What's going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown Your Questions, episode 265, the AMA special. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and today I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
Sup, people? AMA time!
Chris Seeley.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero.
Yo.
Brian Manjoma.
Yo, yo.
And joining us, our very special guest, big friend of the show. We couldn't have you on Thursday, but we got you now, man, for the big AMA special, Mr. Robert Workman.
Merry Christmas, damn it.
That's right, man. How you,
Gumby's back. Gumby's back. You know,
That's
Gumby's
it.
back.
Robert, how you been, man?
I've been good. I've been doing a little promotion here for the another retro gaming podcast, which of course you guys have been on. And
Yes.
we're doing the 12 Days of Christmas. We're giving away a bunch of codes. We're actually going to give away a code tonight for Toe Jam and Earl on Xbox One. Well, you guys are, but
Yes.
And I wanted to come by and take fun in the festivities because I missed it Thursday night because I had to go to Star Wars, but I back now, so let's do it.
Yeah, and this is kind of special because we don't usually have guests for the question show, so it's awesome to have you on. No
problem. Hey, you want my 2 cents? Here it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Robert was like, "Can we answer all these questions?" Like, yeah, that's the point. We answer all these things, man. Okay,
let's go.
Yeah. So anyway, before we get into it, so yeah, as Robert already said, we will have a contest, not a contest, contests.
Yep.
With to ask people. We got 3 of them tonight, man. 3 giveaways, Manny. So what are we doing?
What we're doing is that every single person that's inside of our live chat on Twitch right now is going to be entered into a randomizer. Remember our little wheel of morality we put up the other day? A little time for another giveaway. So yeah, we're going to put all your names in there once we get a lot more people inside of our chat. We'll put you all in there, and then you get your chance to win. What we got is a Death Stranding poster. We got a PlayStation card, and we also got Toe Jam and Earl from Mr. Workman.
So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight, man. So anyway, by the way, Adam couldn't make it because he was having some weird technical difficulties, being his monitor got destroyed or something, like it fell off the desk. And Brett may show up, he may not show up. Who the hell knows, man? Anyway, let's get into it. So yeah, this is the AMA special. So, if you guys are in the chat right now and you haven't already asked us questions, feel free to. Anything you want, anything goes tonight. And you could actually ask us 3 questions as opposed to 2 like we normally do. Anyway, let's get into it. First up is have an argument with your dad's mom. I don't recognize the name, but shout out to you. His first question is a controversial one. Is a hot dog a sandwich or not? Robert, why don't you start us off, man?
It is, because it has meat and it has bread. That makes it a sandwich by law. Think about it. I mean, what else are you going to call it? Like an appetizer? It's technically a sandwich. It's just a long, skinny sandwich. I mean, like, you could have a Philly cheesesteak, and it's a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Right?
Yeah. I'll say my piece a little bit. Chris, what do you say? Hot dog, sandwich, or not?
Man, that's tough. I would say no because it's not completely enclosed. Technically the bun is not 2 slices of bread. It's just one that you cut down the middle and put the meat in it. So, I mean, it's like, is pigs in a blanket a sandwich?
Are Subway sandwiches sandwiches? Because they're made the same way. Split down the middle, an open piece of bread.
Yeah, but you close them,
Yeah, but you can close a hot dog, too, after you put the ketchup.
There's still a lot of it. By the way, I'm with Chris on this one. It's like hot dog's not a sandwich, man. It's like you said, what is it? Like, what is a hot dog? It's a hot dog, That's what it is.
Also, you don't put the condiment on the bread with a hot dog. You put it on the meat, right?
Yeah, that's
right.
But
it spreads to the bread when you close it anyway, so why not?
Not
really.
No.
Yeah, it's on top,
You put mustard or ketchup, it's on top.
You guys make hot dogs nice and neat now? Is that how it works?
Yeah, pretty much, man. That's how I do it. I don't know how sloppy you eat yours, bro.
And you eat a sloppy Joe. You don't eat like a Joe. You eat a sloppy Joe. So what's
even
the
if you get
that's not a sandwich either, though.
A street dog in New York, the guy will put on the ketchup nice and neat.
Yep. Yeah, one line. All right, Manny. Hot dog, sandwich or not?
I'm gonna say it is not a sandwich. It is a hot dog.
Yeah. All right, Carlos, man.
I understand Robert's argument with this, but I'm not too big of a fan of technicalities when it comes to food. Kind of like how deep dish pizza isn't really a pizza, how pineapples on pizza make it not even edible.
Okay, I agree with that part.
So I will concede to the rest of the room and say that hot dogs are their own concoction. They are not sandwiches. They are their own being, and they're American.
Yeah,
So-
they're definitely American. They're definitely
So
American.
you know, and so is a sandwich, by the way.
The sandwich is
Yeah.
American too. You know.
It is.
And I'm proud to be.
Actually, didn't that some fucking Earl create a
The
sandwich?
Earl
in
of
England?
Sandwich?
Yeah.
Earl of Sandwich, yeah. I think they got one of those in Vegas.
Remember he was playing poker with his boys and he was like, "Yo, I don't want to get my hands dirty." So he told his wife like, "Yo, just cut up some bread, put some meat in the middle of it. Let's go." You know, that's how a sandwich was born. All right.
Oh, I got a question.
What's up?
Oh, this is a good question.
Okay, but the thing is, I want to hear the British guy's take on this, man.
Oh, Brian. I mean, but he's British though. He doesn't have a say in this. He doesn't have the
damn,
authority.
Brian.
What? Oh, man.
Damn.
I thought I was going to have the most
Wow.
controversial answer here.
I mean, if we're gonna talk fish and chips, then Brian, you know, I'll listen.
Hey, don't hate on fish and chips, man. That shit is good. Anyway, Brian, go ahead, man.
No, I want to hear what Carlos has to say.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Throwdown, man. It's already started, man.
Oh, so this wasn't related to. So, how should I put it? So, Robert, would you consider a taco a sandwich?
It could be a crunchy sandwich. Look, all I know is this food's fucking delicious. Call it what you want, but I mean, if there is meat, if there is something surrounding the meat, then technically, you know, it could be a crunchy sandwich.
Yo, he said crunchy sandwich.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, like you have peanut butter and jelly and the chunky peanut butter, and then it's not crunchy sandwich. Don't.
It's hilarious, man. Like, Robert, I see where you're coming from. I just don't agree. Anyway, Brian.
Yeah,
I at least know where you're coming from. It's like, yeah, there's bread and meat in there, but no. Oh, anyway,
Okay, maybe I am looking at it from a technical perspective, but they're
Yeah.
still delicious.
Yes, no one's disputing that, you know. Brian, what's your take on hot dogs? Are they a sandwich or not? And we got here the British perspective, man.
Now, here's the thing. I actually had a really long conversation with a friend at work about what a sandwich is and what constitutes as a sandwich. And it turns out that I'm pretty much a rebel on all fronts. As long as you have some sort of encasing with some sort of filling, then to me that is a sandwich.
Oh,
of some
Robert,
degree.
you got one on your side, man.
Yeah, finally. But of course, you're probably going to ask him the taco question too, aren't you?
Nah, yeah. Actually, Actually, hold
Funny
on.
enough.
We want to welcome Brett here. What's going on, Brett?
What's up, Brett?
Yo, Brett.
We're already starting, man. Is a hot dog a sandwich or not?
Oh, his mic isn't working.
Uh-oh. All right, he'll
That's fine.
yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Okay, so what that means to me is that anything that has some sort of filling inside can be considered to be a sandwich of some sort. This includes your traditional sandwich, like your BLT. That is a sandwich by my definition. The hot dog is also considered to be a sandwich as well, because again, it is some sort of filling between some sort of container of some sort. The problem with that is this can even extend to a Pop-Tart, which, if you think about it, yes, it is some sort of food that is enveloping on another type of food. So that is considered to be a sandwich by my own definition.
Interesting. All right, yeah.
Yes, there is actually like a chart about it, which you can see for yourself, like where you lie in the definition of the sandwich. I'll post inside the chat just now.
Leave it to
And
Brian
you
to
can go
ruin
there
everything.
and well, you can go there and see like where on earth do you lie in what is a sandwich? Like, is an ice cream sandwich a sandwich? Like, is it or is it not?
Yeah,
Like,
it is actually.
I'll
It
say
is.
I'll give it that.
at what point do you draw the line between a sandwich and not a sandwich? Like, that's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
Well, that's what this chart gets at.
My
And to
thing
me, I'm
is-
just like,
yeah.
fuck it.
My thing is like the way you eat it is important too. Like a hot dog, you don't eat it like this. You know, you eat it like that. You know, with the meat on top. You know, you don't.
Well, Justin
turn it
Bieber
over.
eats it like out of the middle because he's a freak.
You know, but you're right though. Those stipulations come into play though, right? What if you rip the hot dog bread in half, right? And then you stick it on top of the meat. Then it's kind of a sandwich, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, but Tony,
Yep.
if you have a pepperoni slice and you fold it, is that a sandwich?
Ooh, see, I like this question. Let me
You can take
yes, we can hear you. We
pizza
can hear you, Brett.
ingredients and put it in
Brett.
dough,
Yeah,
and
we hear you.
it could be a sandwich if it's in a calzone.
So, Brett, you can already tell what we're talking about. What's your stance on hot dog sandwich or not?
Of course.
Interesting.
God, I swear to God, Brett. It's always you and Brian that are the wild cards, and now you're teaming up against me, man.
Look, it's
Don't worry, it's still 4 against.
a sandwich.
Yeah.
The story is the Earl of
Well, I'm a
Sandwich.
guest. I get a count of 3, so it's technically 5.
Don't get out of here, man. It's 4 versus 3. Yeah, we talked about the Earl sandwich. He was playing poker with his boys. He didn't want to get his hands dirty, so he told his wife to slice up some bread and some meat and put them together. You know.
What
Yeah,
fucking
so
cards
I'm
are they
pretty-
using that their hands are dirty?
I thought it was for hunting. He wanted something to take
No,
out
no,
hunting.
he was playing cards with his boys and he wanted to get his hands greasy. You know.
The invention of the sandwich was literally, hey, just put some meat in some bread. So
Yeah.
therefore, anything that is just meat in bread classifies by the earliest technical sense as a sandwich.
Also, I do want to add this because one of the reasons for that is because he didn't want to get your hands dirty, right? So I have a hard time calling, like, to me, if you have a sandwich that's really greasy, it kind of defeats the point of a sandwich. It's supposed to be something you eat and keep your hands clean, you know?
What about an Italian beef?
Here's, by the
What
way,
about
by the-
sloppy
yeah,
Joe?
no, by the way, I still consider those sandwiches, but I'm like, it kind of defeats the point of it. I'm just throwing a little stipulation in.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
No, because it's
Well,
not
and
the
like-
form
and
of a
like-
sandwich, you know?
You can have a cheese sandwich, like, just because
Yeah, you can.
it originally was just like meat and bread doesn't mean that it has to involve.
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
there's definitely
I would
cheese
say- I would
sandwiches.
say hot dog qualifies because by the original definition of sandwich, it qualifies. So it ekes in there under technicality. It's like grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Oh man, a Pop-Tart is not a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich.
I'm sorry.
No.
It's a skinny,
No,
fruity
a Pop-Tart
sandwich.
is not a sandwich. It is a tart, believe it or not.
Well, isn't it more like a strudel?
No,
strudel's
strudel's a
a little
topping.
longer. Yeah, yeah.
A tart is generally a baked good filled with jelly or jam.
Brett, there's another definition of a tart, but I don't know if we could say that on air.
Yeah, that's not the kind of tart Pop-Tarts are.
I mean, tart starts out as dough, and bread is made the same dough. So
Oh, man.
Okay.
I mean,
Brett?
a sandwich is not literally bread surrounding something. Not everything that bread surrounds is a sandwich. Because otherwise, a loaf of bread is just a bread sandwich.
Oh, shit,
then-
that's right.
okay.
Right,
Brett,
but
Brett, what about a burrito? Is that considered to be a sandwich?
No, it's a wrap.
Okay, so basically you draw the line as to the structure of the sandwich dictates what a sandwich is. For example,
I mean, if you're asking me where I technically draw the line, it's probably the same way you use, the historical root base of a word. Like I'm taking it based on historical fact, at least in the form of sandwich. Like,
All right, Brett.
if you're asking me how I personally break them down, like, yeah, man, like a sandwich is between bread. A wrap is anything that is encased in a flat bread.
but then it isn't. Okay, now the question is, okay, so it sounds to me that there's a difference in your mind between a wrap, which you just said is flatbread, and bread. Which
I
I'm
mean,
now confused.
structurally, a
Bread.
burrito,
Well, what else do you call it? Like the guy just said that. Yeah,
No, Brett. Yeah, keep going. I was
like a wrap. I'm just like,
yeah. Yeah, if you surround something with if you encase it in unleavened bread, then it is a wrap. That it's like a chicken Caesar wrap. That's a burrito. That's a hero most of the time. Like, it's just, yeah, if you wrap it in bread, unleavened bread, it's a wrap. If you raise the bread and then slice it and then place ingredients between it, it's a sandwich.
Yeah, I agree with the wrap thing. Wrap and sandwiches, different things. Anyway, let's move on because we do have a lot of questions tonight. Next up, all right. I hate these type of questions, by the way. Hate these. Delete one from existence. Movies, music, or video games.
Oh, that one's easy.
Okay, you can go first then.
Video games.
What? You
Oh,
realize,
shit.
you realize this is a video game podcast you're on, right?
Yeah, well, you can.
Deleted.
Yeah.
yeah, apparently this is going to turn Throwdown show into Welcome to Knitting. Yeah.
Right? All right.
Well-
I know who I'm
so
slapping now.
I think I see where he's going with
All right,
this.
All right, let's. So first of all, number one, music is the top echelon. There's nothing. No one's gonna change my mind on music. And if any of you kill music, you're dead to me. I don't care.
Damn.
I don't care, because music is everything. You can hear it. You can hear it while you're working. You can hear it in a party. You can hear it in a video game. You can hear it in a movie. You can go to a concert. You can, go to music festivals. Music is the apex of entertainment.
Interesting. All right. Go ahead.
And movies is. It's just it's between that and video games. Like, which one do I prefer most? And I think I prefer movies over video games. I love more movies than I love. There's more movies that come out each year that I love than video games, and it's not even close. So, and I spend most of my time.
Superman.
What happened?
Brian, don't start.
Batman v Superman.
Don't start.
Yo, so let's go over.
No,
Batman.
we're not. No, we're not. We're not doing this shit again. All right, let's go. Let's keep going down the line. Manny, which one would you eliminate?
I would also eliminate video games. I can live. I love music. I love movies, and I feel like if I could let go of one thing, I could let go of video games.
Yeah, I'll go next. Since it's my job, I obviously can't say video games. For me, it's actually easy. Movies, gone. I don't really watch movies anymore. Gone. Music, Carlos, I'm with you. Cannot live without that shit. Spotify is my favorite fucking app. I use it every day, bro. Can't live without it. But movies, I don't even watch movies anymore. I used to watch like maybe one or two movies a year now. Because, I don't give a fuck. So that's mine. Get rid of that. Brian.
I'd say music as well. Like, you can't delete music. I don't know how you can live without music. It must be really quite strange. I mean, you miss out on all the cool stuff that music has provided, like all the John Williams stuff. Provided it was for movies, but still, you'd not have that. You'd not have the soundtrack for Jurassic Park, for Indiana Jones, for fucking Star Wars, man. Like, you won't.
Jaws.
You won't have that. Yeah, you won't have Jaws. Like, you won't have any of that.
Indiana Jones.
Films themselves, they just won't have the same impact without the music. So you can take away the movies and still be fine, but having a movie without music, that'd just be weird.
Yeah.
And video games, they have to stay because they're awesome.
Yeah. All right, Robert, what do you say, man?
Movies. And the main reason for it is because if you take away movies, that Cats movie won't exist.
You gotta. I think we have a question about that. Wink, wink. All right, Chris.
I also have to say movies, and I'll say this because, well, I'm with you guys on music. Like, music is immortal. It's historical. It's been part of culture since the beginning. You can't move that. And I always say that video games is the next evolution of entertainment. It's interactive entertainment.
Yeah.
So easily delete the old one. That's the passive entertainment. So yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. Because like basically, what you get from a movie, you get from a video game too. Just
and
better.
Video games are longer experiences too.
Exactly.
I mean, like a movie's over in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Like video games, they give you the same thing. A movie does, just better. So that's why movies are easy for me to get rid of. All right, Brett.
Video games.
Interesting.
That's why I like Brett.
Yeah. You didn't like him. You didn't like him about a second ago when he was talking about hot dogs.
We'll talk about that some other time.
I mean, a video game essentially simulates or replicates an experience that you could do in real life if you wanted to, had means to, had access to, at the time to. So, like, if you really like first-person shooters, like, you could transition into something like paintball. Not saying it's a one-for-one, but you can usually kind of scratch that video game itch somewhere. Card games, tabletop, reading. It's an imagination exercise, and I hate to throw it on the wayside because it is interactive entertainment. And I'm real close to saying music. I'm countergrain to all of you. How are you going to throw? And like, I think you are looking at it too small. Like, yeah, movies includes Michael Bay movies and bullshit, but it also includes all of cinematography. Like, you're talking about removing the art of cinematography. Some of the most moving experiences of my life have been visually induced and narratively told. I would not give that up for fucking anything. Like, I can't see, like, movies have brought storytelling so far, and yeah, they suck a lot of times, but I mean, you get these ones that are hallmark, stand out, just zeitgeisty type things. They're cultural experiences for entire generations of people. And yeah, you get people who are like, oh, I really like that album, but that shit's fractured. Music's all over the place. You don't unify behind an album the way people unify behind some of the biggest movies of a generation.
I disagree with that.
Just to add one thing to that, though, I mean, you take a look at each one here. Like with video games, you can play with friends. You can have a good time playing multiplayer and like classic games and new games. Music, you can go to a karaoke bar and sing separate ways, really awful or whatever, or the bad words of a Backstreet Boys song, whatever. Movies, you have to pretty much watch quietly in a theater unless you're doing it MST3K style at home. There's not really too much interaction with friends. I mean, you could talk about it later at a diner or whatever. But when it comes to the movies, there's not really too much interaction there. It's just you watching things unfold. Where with music, you can sing along. Tony can sing really badly to Backstreet's Back All Right, and
go to concerts, yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. We can sing at concerts and get drunk.
Exactly. But we're not here to really justify our answers anyway. It's just what we pick. All right, I think we're done with that. We got everybody, right?
Am I the other one who took that one as like visual art versus audio art versus interactive art?
Probably. And I also didn't, because the question, the kind of implied things like you're erasing it from existence. I just took it as, no, we're just erasing it now because that whole time travel shit's going to fuck the continuum up. I'm not going down that road.
I mean, for me, I looked at the one thing that I could live without.
Again, I hate these type of questions, man.
I mean, I just looked at it as the one thing I could live without. I mean, to be honest, in general, throughout the years, I have played a lot of games, but I have to say I've watched more movies and I've listened to more music than I have actually played games.
Yeah.
Well, the technical answer is movies and music. If they didn't exist, you couldn't have a video game. So
you couldn't.
Either of those, you're either going to have a dead silent video game.
Without movies, Kojima wouldn't have a career.
Oh, snap! All right, man. Let's move on, man. Oh God. You have to slap one other person on the podcast. Who do you slap?
Tony.
Yeah,
Tony.
Yeah. My answer is Robert.
You couldn't whack a mole.
All right.
I think they mean regulars on the podcast. I don't think guests count.
No, you're a regular tonight, motherfucker. And I'm slapping the shit out of you, man.
Well, that's the easy, but that's like the easy answer.
No, but I do want to slap Robert.
Why?
How could you want to slap Robert?
Yeah,
everybody loves Robert.
He wants to slap
I think
me.
Emilio wants to slap you because you said that stuff. Podcast. So
hey, I didn't say how hard I was gonna slap you. It could be
this Tony. Come here.
Yeah, right.
Well, the thing about if you do punch Tony, and I have done or slaps Tony, he'll punch you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
gonna slap me anyway, so I might as well.
And Tony also essentially walks on with his arms. So like it's like being punched by the Hulk. So you could just slap him on the shoulder and he'll be like and punch you back.
Well, I just get outside of his reach after I hit him. Maybe I just hit him with a stick or something.
Oh, either that. He has wheels.
But then he also has wheels. He could also move faster than you.
Yeah, that is true.
I'll just find a staircase. Don't
worry, Robert. I'll still find a way to get you, man. Don't underestimate me.
I'll be haunting your nightmares, man.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. It'd be like a Jason movie. So like everywhere Robert would have run, all of a sudden you just see Tony just roll out of a corner.
Yeah.
Robert has to live the rest of his life afraid of the ground floor.
Yes. Anyway, Brett, go ahead. Since you're talking, who do you want to slap?
That's why I have a third floor apartment, by the way.
Yeah, who do you want to... fuck you, man. Who do you want to slap on the podcast?
I mean, at one time or another, probably everybody.
Yes.
Even me?
Manny, no, actually, and that kind of makes me want to slap you. So yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I said even me.
No, not because you said even me. Because you're the only one who was like, I wanted to slap everybody at one time. Manny's just sitting over in the corner. You know what? I'm just going to slap that motherfucker off principle.
Everybody getting slapped tonight.
It's hands down. I imagine I'm going to start. We're starting a trend here. It's got to be Tony.
By the way, I kind of expected I'd be the answer tonight, to be honest. Oh man.
And I don't need to justify it. You've seen it. If you've watched the show, you've seen it.
Oh yeah. Brett has definitely wanted to slap the shit out of me, man. I see it, and I hear it, man. You know, but I elicit that emotion in a lot of people, so I'm used to it. All right, Chris, who do you want to slap?
I don't want to slap anyone.
Oh, come on, man. That's a punk ass answer, man.
I gotta pick some. All right, I'll slap Adam for breaking this monitor.
Oh,
There you go. Everybody goes
I ain't gonna break that. Shit's expensive.
you know, I like that answer. All right, Brian.
Oh, you're not gonna like this answer,
Uh-oh.
Carlos.
Oh,
I'm going to London next year, so I mean,
put your money where your mouth is, bruh. Let's go.
I'm sorry, but Batman v Superman, I can't allow that. I'm sorry. You know, like I can allow lots of things, but Batman v Superman is like my limit. Like I'm even willing to accept Brett's okayness for the Last Jedi. That's
Hey,
still
whoa,
like, okay.
whoa. No.
The Rise of Skywalker.
I went back and rewatched that dumpster fire.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, you did actually. Yeah, okay.
And I watched it with the director's commentary, and man, it set my ass straight.
Wait,
Yeah, Batman v
You
Superman.
hear the director say, I don't know, I have no idea what I'm doing. You're like, yeah, okay, no, this just sucks.
Wait, which movie was this?
The Last Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Brett originally liked it, and then
for
he saw it
Brett.
again. Yeah. All right, so Manny.
Who do I hit?
No, yeah. Who do you want to slap? And not hit. Not just, yeah. Got to be very specific. Slap.
In the face?
Yes.
Ah, man, that's rough.
Yeah, Manny, we
No,
don't slap people in the butt anymore. That's not acceptable.
You know.
Nah.
Yeah, get me too'd and shit. You know.
You know what? I'll slap Tony. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
because I've hit Tony in before, and I know what to expect. You know what?
Oh no, Manny, you're good. I'm not gonna slap you back. That's the rule.
Tony
You
before.
know.
Oh,
He just walks up to Tony, be like this, like, what did the five fingers say to the face? Slap.
Yeah, like Manny, you can rest assured if you slap me, I'm not gonna slap you. I'm just gonna slap Robert. So you're good.
No. This is why we go up to the third floor apartment and just lock the
You
door.
know, he's never gonna come back out.
I feel
also gentle.
like if I hit anybody else in the room, they'll probably like do something I wouldn't expect. Like Chris might throw me out a window, or you know, or Brett might pull his gun out on me or something.
Damn.
I'm hit you with my chair if you slap me.
Robert will hit me with a chair. Maybe take one of those arcade machines.
Yeah.
and, like,
There's no repercussions. No one.
No.
Yeah.
Manny, I would
Arcade
never shoot
machines
you.
are fine. I've got plenty of stuff to hit you with. Let me just see what I can find.
Yeah, Manny, I would never shoot you. I would settle with a pistol whip. I find it funny that like a bunch of you guys are like, I wouldn't want to hit anybody, and my answer was, I'd slap everybody.
Yeah. There you go.
So apparently I'm the asshole.
Yeah. No, I didn't hesitate. I said Robert right off the bat. I said Robert.
That's because the conversation we had earlier this week. You were like, somebody said they were gonna. No, it was my buddy Sarah,
Yeah,
the
Sarah,
wrestler.
yeah.
And she's Sarah the rebel, and she's all like, I'm gonna hit you with a steel chair. I'm like, it's out of love, right? And Tony's like, hey, when you're done, I'd like a whack. And I'm like,
Hey,
Tony's
listen,
just looking for that violent angle.
But I
Tony's
think
just.
yeah, but hey, Robert, that was worse though because I wanted to hit you with a chair. At least now you just want to slap you. That's like
Can
that's
you
not
even
as bad.
swing a chair at
Of
me?
course I
Like,
can,
someone
man.
while running
Have you
the
seen
chair?
my fucking arms, bro? Come on now. I could lift you over my head if I want, man.
Man, that'd be funny. Okay, here, take me to E3. Let's go.
Let's go, Robert. I'm gonna put you behind my shoulders.
We're wheeling in Los
You know?
Angeles because he's so strong.
God damn. All right, Carlos, man, who you slapping?
Okay. So it's not going to be the obvious answer.
Brian.
Yeah. My answer.
That was the obvious answer.
Oh, okay.
My answer is Brett.
Oh,
You know, I'm surprised it took this long.
And the reason why it's Brett is because I'm pretty sure fighting Brett would be the most entertaining out of
no
everyone.
slapping, not fighting, motherfucker.
No, you're not
Oh.
gonna fight.
Pistol
Yeah,
whipping.
you're not fighting. One slap.
Well, if I slap, so just slap and
Yeah,
oh,
slap. That's it. Yeah,
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, free slap.
yeah, free slap. Yeah.
No
damn it.
slap is free around Tony.
That changes everything. It's not going to be Brett anymore then.
Oh shit.
Wait, cool. We blood, all right?
we are cousins, so you know. That's it.
Ancestry.com, man.
Yeah. Ah, fuck. I guess I guess it's gonna be Brian because he fucking. I don't know why he swears by fucking Age of Ultron. That's a shitty ass movie.
I thought. Wait, hold on. I thought you were gonna slap him. I thought you were gonna slap him because of GTA 5, man.
Oh, that. I mean, that was just square one. Like freaking GTA, where we raise every time he tries to crash and threw me out of the bridge, man. Yes, there's still a lot of tension because of those GTA matches.
Why are you so mad?
Shenanigans.
You know.
He probably speaks like
GTA.
Ultron during the GTA matches. Be like, this is exactly what I wanted.
I hold grudges like an elephant, man.
Yo, Sketch is like, are we doing front hand or backhand? We're not gonna get into that.
Oh.
Anyway, so those are the first 3 questions. Oh, we have 16 people in the chat. I think it's time, man.
We got to do a little thing. So let me pull up all the names. Let's remove me and Carlos from there.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna bless somebody with a gift right now, man.
All right. So let me just vamp a
Hey,
little
Robert,
bit.
do you know a guy called Daryl Best 6?
I don't.
He says, "How's it going, Workman?" Maybe he knows
Well,
you.
okay, I guess he knows me. Hey, best 6.
Oh, by the way.
Wait. I think I know who that's Daryl Best. He keeps taunting all these deals he gets all the time on Dreamcast and PS2s. I'm like, send me some.
Yeah, man.
By the way, Brett,
What's
Reggie's asking where you got your hoodie from.
I think Brett.
I don't remember. Probably Walmart. But
All right.
All right, hold on. Let's
So-
do this, man. We're gonna do the contest right now.
We're gonna go do this thing. We go pull up the screen. Wheel. All right.
Oh,
Make
shit.
wheel. All right. Here we go.
The wheel of morality. Turn. Show us the lesson that we must learn. All right.
Someone's got to eat a hot dog.
Oh, Sketch. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
All right. What are we giving away?
All right, Sketch. Let's give him a choice. How about that?
All right, Sketch. What you got? What you got is a choice between the Death Stranding poster, which is a large poster. You have a gift card from either PlayStation or Xbox or Switch, and Mr. Robert Workman's code for the
Toe Jam
Toe
Mineral.
Jam and Earl back in the groove
Yeah.
on Xbox One.
Yeah, so Sketch, let us know what you want. You and I follow each other. I'll hit you up on the back end, and we can make this happen, man. Yeah, all right, so congrats to Sketch, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
I'll hit you up in a little bit, brother. All right, we'll do another giveaway in about half an hour, So, yeah, get ready for that. Paikuhan, you almost won, bro. You almost won, man. I saw that shit. You almost won, bro.
So close.
All right, man, let's move on here. Ronan in the house. So his first question is, name one game this decade you think defined or created a genre. Robert, why don't you start us off?
You know what? I'm going to say Untitled Goose Game because it gave us the asshole animal genre.
I thought the Goat game did that first.
Well, the Go game was more like a supernatural sort of thing. That you're actually controlling a real goose here and real goose actions. He's not like packing heat or anything. He actually gives you control of a real animal. And, it's not often we have a really great animal simulator. I mean, yeah, the Goat game did make you fly and shit, but come on. Well, we're talking about something that makes you actually feel like, hey, I'm going to be an asshole goose today. So
Yeah.
What's next? A platypus game. Let's have a platypus game sometime in 2020 from the guys that did, I don't know. The Tetris Effect.
Yeah. All right. So that's a Goose game. It created the asshole animal genre.
Why not?
Yeah. Chris.
I was gonna say League of Legends for MOBAs, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it came out in 2010 or the year before.
I think was Dota came out before that.
No, Dota came out after.
Wasn't there like a Lord of the Rings MOBA that came out like before either of those or somewhere around those? Guardians of Middle Earth was called.
When did League of Legends come out?
It came out because I know
Well, I think-
the early 2000s were.
Yeah, I think it pushed the line off of this is a real time strategy.
Yeah,
No.
you're right. League of Legends released in 2009. Last.
Okay, so it doesn't count.
Doesn't count then. Yeah.
All right, come back to me. I got things.
All right.
That was my answer.
Brett. I think I know what your answer is.
What exactly is the question again?
The question is, I'll read it again. Name one game this decade that you think defined or created a genre.
Fortnite.
Damn it, that's my answer.
It has to be the biggest one.
Yeah, it didn't create that type of game, but it definitely defined it for sure. So yeah, that's also my answer. Fortnite. All right, Manny.
The game that defined the generation.
No, a game that defined is like the genre.
A genre.
Yeah.
In this decade.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say PUBG.
Yeah, you can say that.
With the battle royale games. I mean, granted, in the end, in the battle of the battle royale games,
Fortnite is the winner.
Fortnite is the one that pretty much won, but PUBG was the one that everybody was cloning.
Yeah. All right. Carlos.
Minecraft.
Oh
Minecraft.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
It wasn't the first. It obviously wasn't the first, but it made it defined it, and it's in the zeitgeist. So
yeah, I agree with that.
Was that this generation though?
Yeah, it was. It was this decade. It was.
I thought that was 2009 also.
No,
2011.
2011.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because I'm doing. I did the indie games roundup, and that was on there. 2011. Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I have to go with PUBG. Like, it definitely did define what type of games, whatever those type of games are. You know.
Cool. All right, Chris, you got some now?
Nah.
All right.
Let me throw one out to him.
Yeah.
Right there. How about Rocket League? Like the game that combined like racing with sports, because we really didn't see anything like. There was the prequel like supersonic cars thing, whatever Psyonix did, and it was earlier this decade. But Rocket League helped really define that genre and became a huge hit. Like to the point that Epic Games like, we gotta have it.
What games in that genre came out after Rocket League? Like,
yeah, because I think Rocket League is kind of by itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's sort of like Untitled Goose Game. You know, it's a game that could set up future successes. But for now, Rocket League is its own beast.
Yeah, no, but you're right. It did create a genre, so that does still count. For the question.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
There's more than one game for a genre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the question was like either defined a genre or created a genre.
Yeah. So if you created a genre, that means you have copycats.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Remember Grand Theft Auto and then True Crime and then all that other shit.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, DayZ. I mean, if we're going back that far, DayZ.
That's what I thought your answer was going to be, Brett.
Well, I didn't know we were allowed to go that far back. Yeah, like it's the same answer as Fortnite. Is kind of the irony. Is like DayZ spawned Fortnite. It's a direct lineage.
Brett,
wait, how far back is DayZ?
No, hold on. Isn't DayZ this decade?
Yeah, it was.
So
I didn't read
it counts. It counts. Yeah, it counts.
Yeah. So I'm gonna switch to DayZ, but that's still essentially the same answer because Fortnite exists because of DayZ.
Yeah, you're right. It keeps going back. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Kristen slipped me a suggestion.
Nice.
So she said Evolve.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
The asymmetrical horror.
That's a great answer. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
because asymmetrical games are big now. Yeah.
I mean, what about Destiny?
Destiny defined the looter shooter for sure. That counts. That counts.
That counts. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Overwatch
defined the hero shooter. That's true.
You could argue that Team Fortress 2 did it before.
Team Fortress 2 kind of defined that.
Well, it was never that big though.
Oh, it was on PC.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
It was big, but it was never even close to what Overwatch was. Because I played Team Fortress 2.
Oh, by the way,
it was constantly one of the most played games on Steam for 5 years.
Team Fortress is almost evergreen right now.
Yeah, Team Fortress is huge. By the way, Chris, Brett, you guys forgot the biggest one, man.
What, Dark Souls?
Dark Souls.
Oh God!
Yeah. Curse out everything in existence.
I know. Demon Souls came out, last generation, but think about it. No one says this is the Demon Souls of. They say this is Dark Souls of.
No, and that's sad because Demon Souls set up everything, and Kingsfield before that.
Yeah,
Kingsfield really set all this up on PS2.
That's right. Yeah, so. But again, people don't say this is the Kingsfield of.
Yeah.
Hey, here's another one. Pokemon Go.
That did sound.
It kind of defined like the whole mobile social.
Yeah, AR type
Pokemon. AR sort of experience. Yeah,
that's a good one.
And maybe Cuphead in a way. Because like, how many games are like 1930s style shooters?
Yeah,
There's only
we
one.
need to see more of those though. We need to see more
Yeah,
of those.
but it helped redefine like what we understand from core running guns.
Did it? Because to me, it just seemed like Contra with better graphics. You know.
Nah, there was style to it though. There was a lot more challenge with the whips and everything.
Don't get me wrong, I love me some Cuphead, but to me it was just like a modern Contra. But you know,
I
go
put
ahead.
Super Meat Boy above that. Meat Boy kind of kicked off.
Yeah, because that one's harder.
Ultra hard.
Yeah.
No, damn, it is.
All right, man. Let's move on to the next question, Mr. Roman Ronan. So this comes with a little bit of a story. I spoke to a GameStop manager who said he got some hands-on time with Final Fantasy VII Remake at their yearly conference. He said since it's going to be episodic, the 2020 release will focus heavily on Midgar and add a lot of content to that section of the game. If true, from a content perspective, I feel very positive about that because I remember being let down when you left the city and couldn't explore the other sectors in the only huge metropolis in the original game. What are your thoughts? Oh, we actually talked about this. You're a GameStop guy. He's right, but you're getting kind of old information. That's already been confirmed that the first game is going to be all Midgar. So we talked about that on the show before.
But you know, it's funny how how the marketing is on this. They don't call it Chapter 1.
Yeah,
they don't.
Final Fantasy VII. Yeah,
they call it just Final Fantasy VII, which is hilarious because I think the reason why they're doing that is because they don't want to draw that line in the sand yet.
Yeah,
and I think it'll just be like even when the sort of additionals come out of it, it'll probably just be like Final Fantasy VII, whatever. Like they'll give it an under name.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of change what you said. It's not that they don't want to do it yet. They're not gonna do it until they absolutely have to. Exactly. They ain't saying shit until they have to.
Yeah, it's funny because there's probably gonna be some people out there that might be a little bit disappointed that you don't have an overworld.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be interesting, man. All right, but again, we've talked about that before. Next question. Also, Final Fantasy VII Remake related. Would it make sense to have Vincent and Yuffie be optional characters again? I'd argue the cast of 7 is the most recognizable group of Final Fantasy characters. Vincent even had his own game. After all these years, not treating these two as core characters makes no damn sense. So, what do you guys think about it making them into part of the cast?
There's always a chance for a spinoff, and there's always a chance to add them later on in the game. I mean, look at Kingdom Hearts; they're adding more playable characters with their fancy DLC. So I think what's going on is with FF7 Remake, they're putting together the cast that people want to see right off the bat.
Yeah,
and then after they see how that goes, we'll add DLC with these characters. More chocobos, whatever. It really depends on the popularity of the game, but there's always an option open to add something.
Yeah, they can still add them. I'm going to just go with Robert on that one. What about the rest of you guys?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think you should fuck with finding Vincent was kind of a point of pride, and if they just kind of force him into the party this time, I think the original fans of those characters are going to be, myself included, a little upset by that. And I don't think the way that you treat essentially what is a fan service game for a company on its on trembling legs, I don't think that you piss in the face of the OG fans on a game like this. Like, the whole game is nostalgia. Why would you change the way that you acquire characters, such a core part of it?
Bro,
especially today in the day of the internet, it's an optional character, sure, but everybody's gonna be talking about every game site's gonna be here's how you get Vincent in the new Final Fantasy VII. It's not a secret. It's not hard to find. I remember back in my day, you had to ask friends. If friends didn't know, you looked in a fucking magazine. If you didn't have that magazine, you hoped you had a friend that had a magazine, or you hoped the guy at the game store could fucking help you out. And if that didn't work, there was an 800 number that you could call and pay for.
Let me ask you a question. If let's just say you in one of the episodes you get Vincent the way you're supposed to get him, and then the following episode he's selectable, would you be against that?
No. I just preserve the core experience of what the game was, and part of that was finding and collecting Vincent. If you miss him and let him just drop in on a later chapter, being hey, I feel like you need my help, that's fine. I don't care. Just don't that way you get him in the party. But yeah, the people who seek him out, they're like, oh yeah, I had this experience. But even then, like, you're kind of leveling the playing field. Like, if you did this extra side mission, you should get an extra reward. So maybe like he knows a different move, he has a different color or something like that. I don't fucking know. Just some little bonus for going through and doing it the way the original did.
It's an interesting thing because now the whole game is going to be in parts, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, like how would you handle that sort of thing? Like, okay, now can you in the later part of in the later chapter, release, right? Does that mean if you missed Vincent in chapter 2, does that mean you can get him in chapter 3?
It's a good question.
You know what I mean? Like, or like, how like, I mean, granted, to do the Vincent and the Yuffie stuff, you didn't need to do them immediately at the time that they became available. Like, in other words, you could be on disc 3 of Final Fantasy VII, right, and still do the Vincent thing and get him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was available anytime.
So yeah, so does that mean that like will they have him set up like that? Like, in other words, you can get him in, I don't know, let's say disc 2, let's say chapter 2, right? You can get him then. But if you missed him, you can get him on the 3rd chapter of the release.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Mm.
I mean, I think that's all a good idea.
Mm.
All right, man. Let's move on here to I never heard of this guy before. The DCD. I don't know.
He's a real stud.
Yeah. All right, man. So his first question is: would you see the Cats movie on a drunken dare?
No.
No.
No. In fact, if you asked me to see the Cats movie while I was drunk, I would probably hit you.
Yes.
Slap you.
Slap
Yeah, because you don't ask a man drinking whiskey if he wants to see cats.
But it's hot Taylor Swift, man.
No.
I wouldn't either. I heard they actually had to reboot it. They had to like add digital effects because apparently it was missing digital effects. Like that's the problem.
Yeah. By the way, he is not kidding. This movie is getting a patch. We are not making this up.
They're going to have new effects and they're going to have improved effects in the next round.
They're patching.
Jason Derulo will get his bulge back.
The one thing about like the about all of this, it kind of creates no finale, no finishing line for any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like being that you can sort of infinitely edit everything almost, you literally like there's no solidity to the whole thing.
Yeah.
You can literally
Thanks, George Lucas.
Yeah, George Lucas did that shit. Remember, he did that on what was it? The second prequel Star Wars movie. Remember?
Yep.
If you saw the movie regularly on film, you were missing some scenes. He added extra scenes in the digital projection version of the film.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here we go.
Yeah. So I don't think anybody here is going to go watch that movie even on a drunken bed.
I wouldn't go see the play either.
I mean, on a drunken dare, it's like, how drunk do you have to be to say yes? It's like it has to be consensual on your part for you to say like
Tony has to have like 3 bottles of whiskey.
Yeah, no, like there is no amount of alcohol that'll get me to watch that shit. No way.
Tony does not really like musicals either.
No,
so
that's even worse.
If you tell me it's like I'll give you $500, yeah, I'll go. But
yeah. Actually, Robert, can you explain
Payment
that?
up front.
Are there any like stipulations where she's like, "Yo, man, you want to go see this movie or not?" Like, how does it work? Yeah.
Well, maybe if like Jennifer Lawrence invited me.
Yeah.
Like after, maybe. I don't know. Like take the suffering out of my mind.
But yeah, I don't think anyone of us is gonna.
Yeah, that was a good question. I just want to see if Tony said yes.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Memories all alone in the moonlight.
You are being reincarnated as a doorstop. Enjoy.
I actually like that song.
How about this?
It's a good song. It's got some good songs in it.
What happened, Brett?
What would somebody have to do to get you?
I mean,
money's a good thing, you know.
I've seen horrible movies on dates. I've seen the Twilight movies on dates.
Oh shit! Well, you were getting something out of it at the end, you know.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, yeah, that's. I guess that's.
What if the lady wanted to go see some cats?
Yeah, like that lady that was talking to you, Tony.
Man, Robert.
That's a good question.
I don't know, man. Like you gotta be a man on principle. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta stand up.
Sometimes if the lady says we're gonna go see cats, you gotta go see cats.
Or you could be like, no, we're not seeing fucking cats, and that's the end of it. You know, be a man about it.
You know?
Enjoy being alone for the rest
and then
of
she
your
walks
life.
out the door.
Oh well,
Yeah,
they get another one. That's it. You don't need her anyway.
Who'd have thought that cats was a relationship breaker?
Hey man, that's how you got.
Well, no, I mean, I'm looking at notes here. Our buddy Dave Oshry over there from New Blood Interactive. He took his mom to see it tonight. And his mom's pissed.
Oh,
Like who does that?
But here's the thing. Was his mom like into the cats?
Do I think she just went to see it out of curiosity, but afterwards cursing up a storm. I'm watching the videos. This is just bad.
Yeah. All right, let's move
So
on.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If a girl wants to see cats, I mean, like maybe she's drunk.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, to be honest, if she said, we're going to see it, I'm going to go see it. But the thing is that she wouldn't go see it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
She was just as appalled by it as I was seeing those trailers.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Do we really need an Untitled Beaker game?
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Beaker as in the Muppets Beaker?
Beaker.
Yeah,
yes.
this is from the Game Awards thing when they showed that trailer where Beaker's actually in the Untitled Goose Game world, and it's amazing.
I would see Beaker in there. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hey man, why not?
Do it up.
With the hands coming out of the bottom of the screen.
You can have the Swedish chef there too.
Tony's just sitting there. These guys are really talking like Swedish.
Yo, Chris is getting flashbacks, yo.
And then animal shows up.
But see, Carlos, you were doing it wrong because the Swedish is not. It's turdy
That's close enough.
Okay, so we all agree there.
Yes.
No cats, but yes to Untitled Beaker
Yes.
Game.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Untitled Beaker
absolutely.
Game.
Yeah. No one's gonna disagree on that one.
Yeah, because it's amazing, and that was the best segment of the game.
Can we delete cats from existence?
Yeah. Right. How about that?
Yeah, please, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's keep.
Just a movie
keep,
with
yeah.
Beaker and the Goose. They're cops.
Yeah.
Bad boys for life.
Keep
Cats.
movies. Delete cats. Yeah. All right, man. You guys ready for the ultimate question of the night, man?
Here goes.
Y'all ready for this?
Is this like when is this question like when they finally beat Sauron and then he explodes? Oh, when he hits that thing down and every single knight goes flying over. Is that
Yes.
sort of thing?
Yes. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
What do you mean? Why is this a question?
Yeah, I think
It is. It always is.
Honestly, this is easier than the sandwich question.
By the way, let me ask this: who says no to this?
Some idiots that think, oh, well, it doesn't have the Christmas.
Probably someone like Brian or something. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the only thing that anybody can ever give
And
this
Carlos, that's not slapping you in the face.
the only thing somebody can I say it is a Christmas movie, but the only somebody can say this if they still remember when Die Hard was released, because Die Hard was not released during holiday season.
Oh,
Right, that was
actually-
in summer.
It was released in the summer, so you could like a person could use that as a way to say, "Hey, this wasn't a holiday movie. It wasn't a Christmas movie."
But it doesn't matter when it's released. It matters the theme.
Yeah.
Like if you kill a terrorist and you write on him, "Now I have a gun, ho ho ho," that makes you a Christmas movie.
Yeah. And let's be honest, people are like, well, It's a Wonderful Life only had like a third of its movie take place during Christmas, and yet it's a Christmas classic. So
Yeah.
Well, it's all because of the ending. That's why.
Yeah. The entirety of Die Hard took place during Christmas. So,
Yeah.
come on.
I mean, he goes to his
Christmas party.
ex-wife.
Yeah.
Exactly, Brent. I just have to say the same thing. Like, he goes to the party happening over Christmas. Like, what else do you want?
If you take Christmas out of that movie, it makes no sense. It's
Exactly.
integral to-
yeah.
I'm gonna throw another one in here. Gremlins. Gremlins is also a Christmas movie.
Oh,
And
yes.
so is
Oh,
Batman
yes.
Returns.
Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
And Lethal
Batman
Weapon. Lethal
is
Weapon
the-
1 is a Christmas.
Yep.
The Charlie Brown Christmas is a Christmas movie.
Because it says Christmas.
Oh man! All right, let's move on, man. What the fuck?
Yeah.
are we?
Well, then
Elf.
that means
Elf is a Christmas movie.
also Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie.
It is.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
true.
Oh,
It is
yeah,
technically.
it is.
That's the forgotten favorite.
Die Hard.
It's funny.
We'll
I
see
still remember
about that.
the scene from Friends. Everybody's like, "We're gonna watch Die Hard." Okay, where's Die Hard 2? Oh, you running Die Hard again? Well, we'll just watch Die Hard again or something.
Yeah.
It was Joey being Joey.
Oh man! All right, moving on here. Axel Wolf. So his first question is: you guys may have answered this before, but what's the best Christmas gift you've ever received, gaming or non-gaming related? Robert, why don't you start us off, man?
You know what? Arcade One Up just sent me this game to review. It was the Star Wars arcade game. And it has Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, and I am loving it. I technically count it as a review thing, but screw it. It feels like a gift because I've been busting my ass trying to recover from stuff
Yeah,
this year. And
I saw that at E3 this year.
yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's really cool. The marquee lights up. It sounds great. I mean, considering like you can't even find these games in arcades much anymore.
Mhm.
I mean, it's nice to have, and it has that classic controls thing, so it's really cool. I had to decide between that and Ninja Turtles. I think I chose nicely.
Oh, nice, nice. I think we did answer this question before. We could answer it again. Mine says when I was 11 years old and I got the Super Nintendo. That was fucking crazy, man. I got Super Mario World to play that shit all night. You know, awesome. All
Yeah,
right.
mine is
Yeah, go
mine
ahead.
is similar. It's the N64. I still remember my mom like threatened me to like not give me that present because I opened it early with my brother. But yeah, sure enough, Christmas. I don't know how the rest of you guys. I'm pretty sure most of the Hispanic part of the cast we celebrate on the 24th,
The 24th. That's right. Yeah, Noche Buena.
Mhm.
You know.
right? And we open our presents at midnight.
Mhm.
So that's how it works. And okay.
Let me ask: did you go Nintendo 64 like the kid in the?
Nah, I was like 16 at that point. I was like, I don't want that shit.
Really? Wow.
You know, I had a Saturn, man. I was good. You know.
Tony was just a grumpy. I don't need that.
Yeah. No, I had my Saturn. I was straight.
I agree.
you know?
It's Saturn's a good way to go.
I'm not sure if you know, but Tony has always existed in this exact form. Like,
Yes. I came out like this, you know. Oh man, Chris.
I'd say when I got the NES for Christmas.
Mm.
That was amazing. My head exploded because I literally took the Atari and threw it over my shoulder. My 2600 went in the closet. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. I must have not slept. I just kept playing Duck Hunt because it came with the dual cartridge with Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, man.
It blew my mind. The zapper. I was like, how is this working?
right? Like you're sitting there, like you poke the gun, you poke the TV screen. You're like, all right, I'm going to figure this out after one more round.
All right, Brian.
I don't have an answer.
Really? No, you
Yeah.
guys don't celebrate Christmas over there in England, man?
We do. I just never got anything that was particularly that good gaming related. So
It doesn't have to be
No.
gaming related. It could be something else.
Yeah,
Too.
like a car or something, or puppy.
no, nothing really that
Like a
great.
cup of tea.
And that's why I want to slap you, Brian.
This is how I like go through every Christmas. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
Not even
It's usually the
socks.
same things, just socks. So I'm like, okay, another pair of socks, cool. I'll-
Is that all you get?
do
Just
something.
socks every Christmas? Just socks.
My family just doesn't know what to get me anymore.
Oh.
Like,
I just can't imagine what kind of Christmas is. Oh, socks. Oh.
A very British Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, you got me socks.
Happy socky Christmas.
Thank you.
Not to laugh at his plight, though. I mean, that is kind of. Do you think you'd get him a sweater or something to throw at?
An ugly
no, they
sweater.
tried that
right?
once.
Yeah.
They got me like a really bad one, so I said, don't.
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 Socks.
Oh
I think
man.
socks you can go wrong. Like okay, get like some cotton ones, nice pattern or sports related. Socks. They're functional.
Okay.
They work.
So now we know what to send him for a secret Santa.
Right. All right.
Gloves.
Yeah. Brett, go ahead, man.
I'm with Chris. It was my original Nintendo. I think I was like 3. I got Duck Hunt, Mario Brothers Combination, and Zelda.
Nice.
And I think I told this before. I got the gold cartridge edition to Zelda. It was my jam. I spent the next 2 months pretty much just living and breathing Zelda, and it was incredibly difficult because I couldn't read yet.
That's awesome.
So it made things hard. It was only until years later when I went back and played it, I was like, oh, they just fucking tell you where the next dungeon is? My ass was just wandering around the map till I found dungeon number 3, and then went around some more until I went to dungeon number 4.
It's hilarious. All right, I think everybody went, right?
Well, I haven't gone.
Yeah, Manny, go ahead. Yeah, you knew I was missing somebody. But, like, I'm thrown off because Adam's not here tonight. Go ahead.
Yo.
Hey.
Okay.
Yo, bro.
So,
His best gift will be a monitor.
So, yeah, probably we should give him a monitor.
Yeah, right.
Like an old Apple II monitor.
We should all give Adam a Christmas miracle and get him a new monitor. But anyway, I would have to say with the Nintendo Entertainment System when I first got it, it was not expected or anything like that, and it was just really awesome to get it. Like, because I'm sure most of our parents weren't a lot of you didn't have a lot of money, and especially getting a Nintendo Entertainment System at the time. And mine was one of the older ones, which was the Gray Gun version of it, and came with Dunk Hunt and the other one. So and Mario's, and so it was just like just awesome to get that sort of thing from my mom.
Cool. All right, man. Moving on. If you had to give someone on the podcast a game they had to finish for whatever reason you want, what game would it be and to who? Interesting question.
Only if it was a movie.
No, it has to be a game. It has to be a game.
Answer screening pass of cats for Tony.
Cats.
I mean, it would be like the whole host of collection for Tony.
There you go.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, but it has to be a game. I'm just gonna go first because I got the asshole answer. I don't really give a shit what you guys play, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you to play a game just because I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna say nope. I'm excluding myself from this one. I don't care. So
no, I mean you could take it.
No, but I'm like I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
I got one.
Yeah.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Mr. Murdoch.
Oh
Yes.
Cuphead.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
you'll get that wish soon.
Brett is vocal about his gaming skills, shall I say?
Oh.
And there's one game that's pretty,
Challenging.
pretty popular for being challenging.
You calling me out, bro?
Oh yeah.
Here come the slaps.
I challenge you to Mortal Kombat, Brett. Yes.
Oh shit.
Ooh, I like that. I mean, honestly, the first reason I went through Dark Souls the first time was because I was like, I don't know if I'm really into this game, and this was like, yeah, a lot of people can't beat Dark Souls. And I was like, the fuck did you just say to me?
A lot of people, meaning you, can't finish it.
Oh, I got one for Tony.
Oh god, here we go. Here we go. Go ahead, man.
The original NES Battletoads.
Ooh. You know how many times I've
hard goddamn speeder bikes.
Yeah, that's the part that I never made it past that part, man. Legitimately,
you gotta try to beat it, man. So we'll see you.
Motherfuck. All right. Oh man. All right. Manny.
Brian, The Order 1886.
Oh shit! Hey.
Funny enough, I actually did buy it when it's like £2. So yeah, I will play it at some point.
There you go.
You can tell us what you really think.
All right, Brian, go ahead.
Tony, you know what I'm going to say.
Damn it! Why
Yep. You're playing The Witcher 3, my friend.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Oh, that's right.
Why does everybody want me to play games?
Yeah, man, they want you to play.
Because you got 2 weeks off.
Yeah, right.
That's perfect. That's totally enough time to beat Witcher 3. Shit.
Oh man, yeah, right.
Right
yeah.
after he gets done with Battletoads and
2 weeks is enough to do like one mission in that game, you know.
He'll just watch the show and say he beat the game.
Yeah.
He'll try to do the voice too. Yeah, I'm the Witcher.
I'm the Witcher.
I'm the Witcher.
I can't keep my muscles in my shirt.
My muscles are so rippling they rip my costume.
I used to be Superman.
It used to be Superman. Oh
I've heard
man,
good things.
yeah. I saw the
yeah.
first. I saw the first episode. It was actually pretty good. Because I thought
Great.
it,
It's
yeah,
a good show. It's a good
pretty
show.
good. Brett, go ahead.
You know, I don't know. Generally, I'm not actually big on forcing. Although, okay, here's my answer. I would challenge Brian to beat Star Citizen since he apparently thinks it's a game.
But Brett, Star Citizen costs about as much as a car now, so you buy that shit.
I am really happy that Brett lives somewhere where there's like lots of crows to eat.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, yo. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I can't right now.
He's gone.
Oh, you got Tony. Tony's out.
Love it.
Oh wow, Tony's really dying.
He's rolling, man.
He's
Oh, shit.
gone.
I can't right now.
Yo,
So we'll move on to the next question while Tony recovers.
But I'm the one reading the fucking questions.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Poor Tony.
Wait, did Chris go?
No, I
Oh my
didn't go yet.
god! Oh my
Good,
god!
good, Chris. We need to give Tony an hour to recover.
I would get. I know Manny hates it, but I would get Manny GTA 5.
Ah!
It's the way Brett said it. Yo, hold on. Brett's just chilling in the cut because Brian apparently thinks Star Citizen is a real game.
you know, he was like holding that. He's like, I'm gonna use this ammo sometime before the year ends, man.
Actually, I had no idea how I was walking.
My stomach hurts.
We broke Tony. It finally happened. It took all these episodes of the Throwdown, but we finally broke Tony. Merry Christmas.
Oh my god!
It's a Christmas miracle.
It is. Tony has been broke. I thought Battletoads would do it, but nope. Star Citizen.
Oh my god! We got to move on. I'm about
Yeah,
to,
seriously.
I'm about
Tony's gonna
to-
be here giggling all night like a
I'm gonna
school.
fucking
Do we
die.
do we want to give you some recovery time and do another drawing?
I was about to say, actually, this time we doing. Actually, wait. Yeah, it's time. We're gonna do another one, people.
Let's do it. Why don't we go ahead and give away the Xbox One code?
Yeah,
let's do
Toe
that.
Jam
All right.
Brought to you by the team at ARG Podcast, our 12 Days of Christmas. Feliz Navidad.
So, Robert, how do you want to do this? Because I'm thinking I'm just gonna drop the code in
We'll
there.
just do
First
another
come, first
random.
serve.
Let's do another.
Yeah,
do another random draw. Let's do it. We gotta take out the one that won the code.
Yeah, we.
Oh, yeah,
Sketch.
Sketch.
Sketch has been removed.
So yeah,
Oh my
whoever
God.
whoever lands on gets Xbox One code. Toe Jam and Earl.
All right,
All right.
let's go. Wheel of
Wheel,
morality. Turn. Come on, man. Wheel of morality. Turn.
Turn,
Show us
turn.
a lesson that we
Wheel
must
of-
Show us all what Toe Jam and Earl's earned.
Oh my god. Oh. Do the third.
Oh, do the third.
My man.
Nice, congrats. Enjoy Toe Jam and Earl next.
Yo, do the third. Do me a favor and type in your Twitter. I'll hit you up, man. I'll send you the code, sir. Hope you're still
Enjoy
in
and
there.
make sure to follow twitter.com/DCD for the next couple days. I'm still giving away some codes. Podcast. My
Yes.
friends.
Nice.
Oh, damn, Sketch. Sketch said Brett should try to beat Fallout 76 since he thinks that's a game too.
He's got to subscribe to us. Oh, damn.
Yo,
Joke's on
motherfuckers.
you. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my god. Yo, motherfuckers got jokes tonight, man. Oh god. Oh, where the fuck are we right now? All right. Oh, by the way, Apex Wolf wishes a Merry Christmas. Thank you, man.
Axel
Appreciate
Wolf.
them. Axel Wolf. Apex. You know why I call him Apex, man.
It's Apex?
Yep, it's Apex, man.
Oh shit! Yo, shout out to Apex, man.
All right, next up, Mr. Subgator, man.
Mr. Gator.
So
Gator.
he also opens up with wishing us a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the Throwdown crew and the fans. Thank you, brother.
Oh, man.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate the support, man, as always. All right, what's the butter game for next year?
Well, if Adam was here, he would probably tell us
Yeah,
because he's the only one who knows what the butter game is.
It's gotta be that. It's gotta be that Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is coming.
It's coming, you know.
Does it actually have to be There actually has to be
No.
butter in
By the
it?
way, Robert, I'll translate. What is the game you're most hyped for next year?
Oh, yeah, that's better. Thank you. Because I was like,
Yeah, that's a running joke on Throwdown, man. The butter
I see.
game, the butter anything.
butter.
Yeah.
And I hear that Star Citizen game is butter.
Yes. Man.
How old the articles you've been reading?
I got an easy choice. I was going to say Darksiders Genesis on consoles, but I'm actually going to go on a limb here and say Avengers.
Oh, Avengers, really?
I played that shit
Oh.
at PAX, and it was actually really nice. It was really
All
butter.
right.
as you put it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was good. So I'm looking forward to see what the full game looks like. That'll be fun.
I played about like half an hour of that. I'm still on the fence. I'm just being real. All right, Manny, what's the game you're most looking forward to in 2020?
I mean, I think I answered this before. I wouldn't.
You
say
didn't care, yeah.
I'm not really saying any. I wasn't that. But I guess I guess I'll go with, because I'm wearing a hat, the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. So we'll go with that.
But it came out already.
Yeah.
Next
Shadows
year,
Die-
Manny.
I'm not Shadows Die Twice.
Next year.
I'm getting it mixed up with the other
Or Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. I'm wearing a Ghost of Tsushima hat.
okay.
Yes, there you
Very
go.
cool, very
I
cool.
will go with that.
Yeah, that's going to be
That's
nice.
a good answer.
That's going to be butter.
That's gonna be butter. Robert,
still
said you
haven't-
got it already, man.
I still haven't been sold on anything yet. But that'll probably be the most.
Cool
Ken.
stuff. Carlos.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is 1A and 1B will be Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, that's Brian. Brian, that's your answer, right? Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chris.
Yo, I'm gonna say Resident Evil 3 is gonna be.
Oh,
Dan, that was my answer too, actually. Resident Evil 3.
that's a
hell
good
yeah.
one. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking forward to. All right, Brett.
That fucking track record.
I mean, Ghost of Tsushima to jump on
Yeah, the butter game, man.
for my alternate answer. I'm actually trying to be.
Brett, you're cutting out, bro.
Sorry, I'm standing right by my PC.
Oh, no wonder. My PC?
Don't knock over the monitor.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
do it.
Yeah, I'll try. I'm really interested in this New World game Amazon teased during the Game Awards.
The New World game. Oh, the fucking the one that had a badass trailer. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's some
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
like.
that's right. Yeah.
console-
Yeah, it's called New World.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah.
the name of it. It's by
Yeah,
the
no,
team
it's not-
that worked on Killer Instinct and Strider, Double
Yeah,
Helix.
yeah.
All those
That's
other
right. Now they're Amazon games.
And it's an ambitious kind of melee MMO, and typically your MMO games involve something called tab target, which is what Warcraft did, where you hit tab and you move from target to target. This is apparently just a free game, which is more like God of War. Like you don't lock on anybody, you just swing them. When you hit them, and there's recoil, and they seem like they're putting a lot of thought into it, and it's Amazon's kind of breakout game. So I'm not saying it's butter, but it could be. It's one to watch. I mean, a lot of people may say this is the first, big foray for Amazon into gaming, so it's probably going to be crap, and they are probably right. But every once in a while, when you get this recipe of somebody trying really, really hard to make something really impressive, you actually get a game that turns out really well. Like that's how some of the best games are made. So it's going to either be really good or really bad.
Yeah, that's the game that got the most attention that night. So definitely keep your eye on it for sure. All right, I think that's everybody. So we'll move on to. Okay, this is interesting. What are your goals for 2020? Personal goals or whatever, or career goals, whatever you want. Robert, you can start us off, man.
Survive.
Oh
I mean,
shit! Yeah, right?
This year was friggin' rough. I'll be honest. Mostly shit that was my fault. So all I'm gonna do is 2020 strive forward. Keep working well within the community. Keep pushing our podcast. Keep pushing myself as a writer, and just stay in one piece. I mean, it really got rough this year, and hopefully next year will be a lot better off for me.
Nice. All right, I'll go next because I kind of had the opposite. I had a really good year, 2019, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Basically, writing, keep getting better at writing, and seizing every opportunity possible. That's worked out well for me before. I'm going to just keep doing that. Things are going to get better, man. It's going to be cool. All right, Chris.
I want to get back into writing articles and doing analysis again. So that's going to be a thing. I'm going to try to pick that up, put my financial analysis, and do some more reviews for Coalition.
My other goal is to get Chris back into E3, man. You know, we got to get the crew
We
back
need
together.
to get the band back together, man.
You know?
Weren't we all there during the reveal, the PlayStation 4 reveal?
No.
No, we were there the year after.
The year after, yeah. We had Chris there twice. Anyway, Brett, what are your goals for 2020?
I want to quit smoking and take up yoga.
Ooh, interesting.
My back is fucked.
You and me both,
Not
brother.
doing it.
Do some of that Diamond Dallas Page yoga. Apparently, that one's really good.
Dude, I do. I've recovered, 80%. It's that last 20% that eludes me. I'm pushing on my PT. I need to actually get back into more physical therapy and start some more core strength because I'm at the point where like I can stretch and do everything I need to. Now I need to start pushing through new kinds of pain, and I know there's two kinds. Some things hurt, and sometimes if it hurts, you push through it, and it helps. And if you push through it, and other times if you push through it, it damages things forever. So I don't know I don't really know where to go. Like the resolve is there, but I need some oversight. So physical therapy and yoga. It's time I quit smoking.
Yeah, that's a good goal, man. All right, Brian.
It's a tough question. I really don't set goals for New Year's. I just roll the punches and see what happens. I guess if I were to set a goal, I'd say try and play at least one game a month and expand my personal skills. In that, I want to become a full stack developer by the end of next year.
Cool.
Bring out the big boy pants.
Yeah, right. There you go, man. Mr. Emilio's.
I'm a little like Brian, where I don't have a full on plan. I guess more to kind of extend my career a little bit more. I've kind of stayed in one lane for a little bit too long. Not too long, but for a while now, and maybe time to sort of expand things beyond what I've been doing. And then I think doing the Contra thing is a good step toward that direction. So trying to kind of expand a little bit more and get it and try to get into better opportunities.
Good stuff. All right, Carlos.
Other than slapping Brian in the face, I want to travel to more places than I've ever traveled before in one calendar year.
Nice. We have a similar related question. Actually, hold up. Who's this?
I know. It's intentional.
Yeah.
It all has a purpose.
All right, so Eurocar9. I don't know who the fuck that is. Sounds like an asshole. So his first question is, what is one place you would like to visit that you've never been to before? Let's see. I'm gonna start with you first.
One place I would like to go that I've never been in before. I've actually liked to visit Japan at some point.
Damn it, that was my answer.
Yeah,
That's
mine
my
too.
answer, too.
Oh
Shit.
man.
Okay, who isn't
Let's
saying
all go.
Japan? Yeah, let's go.
Tony,
with
just
Japan.
break out the credit card. Let's.
Let's go.
Mine
I'm
is
with you guys.
mine is in Japan.
Brett, you coming to Japan too, bro? Let's go.
Let's go, man.
Yeah.
I'd like
Tony's
to.
like, where's the sake bar?
By the way, my answer was actually going to be this: Japan.
I'd like to go there, but also the one thing I'd like to do is obviously I want to do all the stupid touristy stuff and go to Akihabara and all that silliness. But the thing that really excites me is actually visiting all those sort of historical sort of places and seeing the countryside. There's one thing. If as a New Yorker, right, or as a person who lived in New York for most of my life, you kind of stay away from all those sorts of overly touristy things, and I kind of want to do that, a bit of that too, where essentially just sort of going to those places that are a little bit off the beaten path, but also have really nice, interesting things to see and stuff.
Manny wants to take selfies while screaming like a 13-year-old.
Selfies. What are those?
Or post for pictures. I forget what.
This guy sound like a bunch of old men right now.
To be honest, I actually have only taken a selfie like maybe twice.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, we don't really do that. What the fuck was I? my other answer is London, because I want to get Brian. You already know, man. We're getting drunk as shit when I go there, man. I want to show how Dominicans roll, man.
Oh yeah, let's see.
And Carlos already saw how much I could take, man. I could have, and Carlos, I could have drank more. I could have, man. You know, but
save that for another question.
The next question, damn. All right. Okay, so everybody just went to Japan.
I want to see Tony get sake.
No, that's not. Japan's not my answer.
Oh, what's your answer?
Well, I mean, it would have been Japan, but I've already been there, so I can't.
Mr. Fancy over here. You know?
Yeah. But for me, it's Spain.
The motherland, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's. I guess it'll be sort of a spiritual kind of thing, going to a place where a lot of my answers came from.
You know?
You just have to speak with. You just have to speak with a lisp when you get there. Yo
soy Carlos.
Yo soy Carlos.
And I have plans on going there this year, so
Excuse me?
So hopefully, if all goes well, I'll be there, man.
Damn, this year, Carlos. Shit, you better hurry up. You better hurry up. There's only 8 more days left, man.
Oh, and then next year.
He's already thinking it's next year already.
All right. Any other answers besides Japan?
I got one.
Go ahead, bro.
Carlos kind of took my answer. Actually, I want to go to.
Wait,
you want to go to your mother?
I want to go to Galway, Ireland.
Ah, nice.
Oh, nice.
By the way, shout out to David Gilton, who's actually in Ireland right now.
Yeah, my boy.
Wow.
But yeah, I still got a bit of an old family castle there. It's part of a bank and a tavern.
Ooh, nice.
So there's an archway with the family name still engraved in. I want to go see.
Is that where Gramps is from?
What's that?
Is that where our Gramps is from?
Yeah, actually, yeah. It's that Irish, man. It gets you rowdy.
Hilarious. All right. Anybody else want another one?
I guess New York.
Oh
yeah.
All right.
I'm so kind of like what Tony said, London, but also I want to go to Rome because that's where my last name came from. So
shit.
Rome.
That's the other motherland too for me.
I wouldn't mind going to Hawaii and getting away.
Wow.
Brett could vouch for
that's
Maui's my jam. Back on the 21st.
On the 21st, what?
Of January.
Oh, nice.
So about a month now.
Oh, nice. That's dope, dude.
Yeah, that's where my heart lives, man. Like it's weird. Like I moved out there seeking a tattoo apprenticeship when everything fell out, and like it's within a day I had a place to live, a place to stay, a job, an apprenticeship, and everything was going well. And then my apprenticeship was done, and I was a full-fledged artist. I just kind of ended up finding my way out. Everything, the stars unaligned, and so it was very much like Hawaii took me in when I needed it. It taught me a skill. It set me up, and then it spat me back in the world to make some of myself. It's a real special place. It's awesome.
You know what Hawaii said? What's can
that?
I say? You're welcome.
Yeah.
Especially Maui.
Dude, Maui treated me right. Maui took care of me. Maui made me the person I am today. Like, nice. I would not be tattooing. I would not be on the life road that I was if I didn't get called back there.
Did he teach you the people's eyebrow, too?
Yeah, he did. I already knew that, though.
All right, man, let's move on. Have you guys ever had any near-death experiences?
Near-death experience?
No.
No, I didn't see cats, so I'm good.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I mean, I can quite possibly say Adam has.
Oh, Adam has.
Oh,
Adam's the one thing that happened. Like he literally almost died. It was him and his girlfriend were walking in Coney Island crossing a street, and a car blindsided them. And he essentially took the brunt of the force of the car. And his arm got broke and all this stuff. Like he literally had a punctured lung, horrible accident he was in. And he survived it. So I don't know much further than that. He could probably tell you a lot deeper of what happened now. But yeah, he was dead at some point. So there you go.
Does the time I ate a bunch of shrimp to try to cure myself of my shrimp allergy count as a near-death experience?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, you almost killed yourself.
Yeah,
dude.
okay, so I got a story. Let me put myself on camera. So basically, I had been eating shrimp most of my life. I'm talking about my early 20s right now, right? And then one day I had some shrimp and I noticed I started like getting all like red and shit, like, scratchy. I'm like, the fuck? Am I becoming allergic to shrimp? So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know how to get rid of this. I'm going to eat a bunch of shrimp, overload my immune system, and it's going to be forced to get used to it, right? So I bought a big box of shrimp, right? Ate 20 of these motherfuckers. Son, I fucking became like a red Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, like all bloated and shit. I couldn't breathe. I had to take some fucking ibuprofen, drank that, went to the bathroom, took the meanest shit, But out for a second, I was like, I'm going to fucking die. I can't breathe. Haven't eaten shrimp ever since, man. Pissed me off because I used to love shrimp, but can't do it, man. But yeah, this is why men don't live as long as women, because we do dumb shit like that. I was like, how do I get rid of it? I'm gonna just eat a shit ton of it. That'll fix me,
I think like an interesting one I didn't even count on. Like a couple of years ago, I went to like PAX, and when I got back, I had this weird red rash on my leg, right? And I think it was just like from wearing pants in hot weather or something like that. I don't know what it was. And it was like, this is that. And my friends on Facebook, you're gonna die. Go to the hospital. Go to the hospital. And I'm like, why are you freaking me out like this? I'd be like, go to the hospital. Go to the hospital. And everybody thought I was gonna die. And I'm sitting there in the emergency room thinking I'm gonna die. And they're putting me in a state of freaking panic over that. And it was nothing. It was just, oh no, it's just a rash. I mean, the bill killed me, so I did die from that. But then I ended up having to get surgery in my face because while they were checking my skin, they said check a couple of moles and was like, oh yeah, we're gonna cut this off your face and leave stitches. So it eventually ended up being nothing, but my friends were freaking out because they thought I was going to die over a leg rash. I mean, I guess it didn't look that bad to me, but everybody else was like, you can't let this, you'll lose your leg and then your balls in it or something. I don't know. They put me in a state of panic. So it wasn't really a life-threatening situation, but they made it sound like I was going to die. And it was like, okay. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't really count, but I mean, when you put the fear of death in your head,
you thought you were gonna die.
It messes you up.
Anyway, by the way, ironically, with my situation, I hoped I died to get rid of that pain. That
you sound like last time I went to Chipotle and going up like a storm.
Oh man, yeah, that was crazy. That always ends up happening. There was this other time where I don't know, I had some crazy ass infection in my leg and shit, and I was in the hospital, and my temperature went up to 104, right? Oh, I guess that's not. I don't know if it's a near death experience, but my temperature went up so high, and I'm pressing the fucking button for the nurse. She didn't come, right? So I was like, fuck it, I guess I'm gonna die right now. So I passed the fuck out. I wake up maybe an hour later. I was pissed. I'm like, fuck. I'm still alive. What the fuck is this shit? I wanted to be away already, but I guess that's kind of close to it. But now I know if I ever meet death, I'll be like, yeah, man, let's fucking go, man. And I'm 40 now, so I lived a good life. I'm chilling,
Or not yet.
I got to slap all the people I wanted to slap, except for that one guy.
Yeah, but seriously, I was pissed. I'm like, fuck, I'm still alive. I want to go back to sleep. I was nice and chilling. And the fucking nurse never came. Ain't that about a bitch?
For me, I never had like I said before, didn't have a near-death experience, but I did have one time where it's literally, and Chris remembers this, when I was so sick when we were coming back from that one place, and literally the next day after I got back, I pretty much passed out in my doctor's office. I had been literally that whole, maybe for a good few, a month, I had been kind of going in and out of the emergency room because I kept having these, I had a really bad infection in my ear, and then it just spread all over until at one point I just essentially collapsed inside of my doctor's office, and I was put in the hospital. I had all kinds of stuff at the same time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who did?
When I was
go ahead, Carlos. Go ahead.
When I was a kid, this wasn't sort of that near death, but kind of. So I was I don't know, maybe 5 or 6, and I was at a friend's house, and it was nighttime, and we were just chilling. And I remember, I don't know what the hell we were doing, but I walked to it was in a yard, in a backyard somewhere, and I was walking towards a place. and I fell, like just randomly. I fell, and apparently, I landed in I don't know, like probably the New York guys don't know anything about this, but back in the day when when your area didn't have a proper sewage system, we used to have like just these huge ass fucking holes in backyards where all the sewage would go.
What?
And then a truck would come and like clean that shit up. So, but these sewage like holes are huge and they're just filled with fucking sewage. And I was a little kid and I fell into that hole and I sort of landed in the edge of it. And so I was barely able to like just stay there. Like I almost like fell into that thing, and I just remember like them pulling me back up, and I'm like, fuck, if I fell into that sewage shit, I don't know how they would get me out.
Man, that sounds like a fucking extreme version of an outhouse, man. Back in Dominican Republic, because my grandfather's farm had an outhouse. One of the things I feared most when I went to take a shit, I'm like, I hope I don't fall in that motherfucker. That shit is crazy, man. Right.
Also, this wasn't as close as near death, but I witnessed a Mexican shootout once.
Oh shit.
Yep, we're traveling. We're going to like my parents' hometown. This was like I was a kid. And there's this like sort of small town where like they're famous for like their burritos and quesadillas and shit. And we're going to the place that we normally stop, and there was the fucking shootout between the police and fucking I guess I don't know, crooks or something, probably cartels. And my fucking dad just stayed there watching the whole thing. And I remember like it was a fucking movie. And my mom just kept fucking yelling at him, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" So yeah, it was pretty, it was pretty interesting.
Crazy. All right, Brian, go ahead, bro.
No, because I'm black.
Okay, so
just tend to just don't deal with bullshit. It's like, is that something going on or not? Like, you know what? I don't want to be on the news tonight, so I'm good.
Oh man! All right, Bray, go ahead.
I've had two actually.
Oh.
Mine weren't fun at all. First one, I was probably 6-ish. I was at a barbecue in somebody's backyard. I don't remember whose. There was a bunch of other kids in the pool who I don't know if they knew I couldn't swim and they were just being assholes, or they didn't know I couldn't swim, but they kind of coaxed me into the deep end and be like, "You'll be fine, you'll be fine." And I got to the deep end and it dropped off sharply, and I remember like not because I couldn't swim, so I couldn't get back to the shallow end. And I remember desperately resorting to like sinking to the bottom and then shoving as hard as I could back to the top so I could breach the surface and grab another gulp of air. And I remember desperately doing this like 4 or 5 times, and like each time getting less and less air, and then I kind of started sinking to the bottom and I blacked out. The next thing I know, like I was being pulled out of the water and thrown on the cement, like got the compression on the chest, and I spit up a bunch of water. Turns out like my dad had just been like standing there having a beer and like turned around just to see me just kind of like bobbing in the water and just dropped his shit and leapt into the pool fully clothed. So that's probably where I developed a phobia of water. And then I actually had a really weird one fairly recently. After my wife had passed, some of you have been around. They put me on a weird drug called a FFVIIR. I was trying to get my mind right. They like to medicate stress. Anyway, it turns out I was allergic to it. So I started getting these really bad like nausea to the point where it physically hurt. The best I could explain it is that very apex crest, like right before you vomit, where you're like, I'm gonna die, and then you throw up and it relieves itself a little bit. I was caught in that moment, and I just kept throwing up and throwing up and throwing up and throwing up to the point where I actually hurled part of my stomach up into my esophagus. It's called a hiatal hernia. It wasn't fun. So I went to the ER, and they said, everything's fine. Keep taking your meds. Sent me home. Went back the second day. Told me same thing. Keep taking your meds. Go back home. Went back to the third day, and they're immediately like, "All right, we're checking you in." Over the course of that time, I had dropped from 157 to 107 pounds. I don't remember much in the hospital. I remember laying in the hospital and asking the nurse if I was going to die, and she said, "We're keeping a very close eye on." And I have friends in the medical community who I've asked, like, what does it mean when they say we're keeping a close eye on you? They're like, oh, that means they have no fucking idea what's going to happen.
Shit.
Like, they'll be like, you'll be fine if you're going to be fine. So I don't remember very much of it, but I do remember laying in the bed and kind of hearing a bunch of voices. And all of a sudden, like, I snapped awake, and I was in this infinite kind of black void. And it was almost like I was floating in water, but like there was no murkiness or like I was just kind of floating there, and it felt like air, but I was just infinite blackness. And I could hear voices coming up from above me, and saw this kind of weird shiny light that looks like if you look at light through the top of water, how it's kind of broken and distorted.
Yeah.
I could hear these weird echoey voices, and I started to kind of like fall backwards and drift down into this darkness. And I remember kind of like struggling for a minute, and then kind of being like, you know what? This is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Like, it was this weird sense of contentment, which was probably not the feeling to be having in there. And I just kind of stopped fighting. And then the last thought that I had was, I just wish I could tell them that it's okay. And then all of a sudden, I felt what felt like almost like a hand hit me in the back between the shoulder blades. And all of a sudden, that light just came rocketing back up at me. And I just woke up in the hospital. And I had all these machines and shit plugged into me, and they're IVs and like fucking IVs and shit all up and down my arm. I ended up getting a really heinous infection.
Mm-hmm.
The IV.
Oh man, that happened to me too in the hospital, man.
Yeah, it was bad. I was in there for like another 7 days after.
That happened to me.
So, to this day, I still never got a clear answer. Like, what the fuck happened to me? It was like, was I okay? Did something? They're like, well, we don't know. So I'll just glad it out. I was like, the fuck does that mean?
Idiots, man, I swear.
So yeah.
Well, the sucky thing about, especially if you're a younger person, when it has to do with the hospital, like, you know, same thing that happened where you constantly kept them going back to like, there's something wrong with me, and then it took you to fucking essentially faint in front of them to be like, oh,
there must be something wrong with him.
Yeah, something wrong with you.
Yeah, I'll be honest. That's one of the drawbacks of having the neck tattoo. Every time I go into a hospital, they instantly just assume I'm a drug seeker, and I get more attention.
Shit.
Which sucks, but it's just the way it is. I get stereotyped.
Yeah. All right, man. I think everybody went right. Yeah, I'm gonna assume everybody went.
I don't have a story.
Yeah, you don't have one. No stories. All right, where the fuck are we?
Hell of a story for the holidays.
Yeah, right. Hey, man, keeping it real, man. That's what we do want to throw down.
Yeah, well, they asked that. I was like, I'm saying, but I mean, you fucking asked it, so
yeah, you know, that's how it is, man. All right. Was your life experience better as a kid or now as an adult?
Life experience.
I'll go first. I was happier as a kid, but my life is way fucking better now, man. Like, I'm making my own money and shit. I'm living in New York, you know, gotten laid. You know what I'm saying? Life is fantastic. So, yeah, being a kid, I was happier, but life as an adult is fucking amazing. So, yeah, that's me.
Well, I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
The one thing about, like, being a child is there's so much you don't need to worry about.
You don't have to worry about nothing.
You're pretty much ignorant to everything that's around you. Like, you know, your parents could be suffering and trying to make ends meet, and you never knew it because they tried to make your life the best they could make it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like, to me, I'm like, okay, it's a trade-off, right? Like, okay, would you trade, you know, being like, you know, like, because I can't enjoy shit the way I used to, you know, everything, because I've seen that before. Like, do I trade that or getting, you know, I can't say the damn word, the thing between girls' legs, like which one do I rather have? I'd rather have the thing between the girls' legs than happiness. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, no, being an adult is great, man. Because here's the thing: when I was a kid, all I dreamed about was becoming an adult, right? So I was like, yeah, let's fucking go. Although I do remember when I became 25, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna keep aging, aren't I? Fuck. You know, when I hit 30, I was all like, ugh, I don't know about this. But now I'm about to hit 40, happier than a motherfucker, man. You know, so little Tony is like, yeah, man, you did it, man. You became an adult. All right. You know, Robert.
You know what? I mean, I enjoyed being a kid, and having that innocent shit and enjoying video games and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm with you here, Tony. I like the idea of doing my own thing, making my own money, living my own life, making my apartment a freaking way I want it without my mother worrying about if I, doing too much in the house or something like that. So, I mean, I kind of like the freedom of that. But of course, there's also the downside. We feel freaking old. Ugh.
Yeah.
God,
I should add, Robert, I know you don't do this anymore. Drinking, I love drinking. Couldn't do that as a kid. Drinking is beautiful.
What do you drink like beer like when you were 8 years old? Yeah, what is this crap? Now you practically might as well have an IV in your. Tony, I mean.
That's it, man. Being an adult is fantastic. All right,
it is, but it has its trouble.
It does, yeah. It's a trade-off, because when you're a kid, you don't know any better. Everything's new, everything's fresh. That's a wonderful feeling that you can't replicate as an adult because you're just dated. Everything sucks, but at the same time, there's some perks, a lot of good perks.
Yep.
All right,
can I go next?
Yes, you can.
It's 100% as a kid, because 15-year-old me.
Whoa. 15, bro. When you're talking
That's
about
a kid.
You got hair on your nuts, man.
But if
you're not an adult, you're a kid.
But yeah, exactly. Like you get to mention 40-year-old Tony, 20-year-old Tony, 30-year-old Tony, 50-year-old Tony. So I
didn't mention that. I mentioned 10-year-old Tony. That's the kid version of me. Basically, before my nuts dropped, that's when I was a kid. After that, I hit puberty. I'm technically a man.
But you're not an adult.
Not an adult, but I'm puberty wise, I was a man.
That's some bullshit. You weren't allowed to vote. You weren't allowed to fight in a war. You weren't allowed to buy liquor. You weren't.
Yeah, but I'm talking about biology wise, bro. I'm not talking about all the rights.
Dude, biology wise, you're not actually done developing until like 24.
If you could get a girl pregnant, you're a man basically.
Yeah, so that's the standard age. Okay.
Pretty much. Anyway, Carlos, go ahead. You could use 15. Go ahead. I was just being an asshole.
So 15 because. You can do all the things. That's when I started drinking. Not on like fucking alcoholic shit, but just like every now and then go to parties and stuff. That's when you start. I started messing around with girls way before that, but like more seriously. And there's no responsibilities like at 15. You feel like the world is your oyster. You don't worry about anything. And when you're an adult, all you do is worry about stuff. There's a lot of perks, don't get me wrong, but mostly your life revolves around trying to make your life not fall apart. And those around you too. But when you're a kid, you don't really have to worry about that unless you're, for the most part. At least for me, I didn't really have to worry about, Am I gonna be able to eat? Am I gonna be able to hold a job? Or the worst thing I have to worry about are my grades. So yeah, that's what I would go with.
All right, who wants to go next? Man, I saw you turning your head. Why don't you go?
Oh, okay. I moved.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one because when I was younger, I kind of had to end up growing up a little faster than I probably would have. There's a lot of events that have happened when I was younger that have kind of forced me to be more of an adult when I was a kid. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would choose because there's parts of my childhood that I wish that I had back. Certain things that didn't happen, where I could where I could be a little bit ignorant. But I also enjoy the freedom part of being an adult where, I essentially find my own path and stuff like that. So, I don't really have an answer.
All right, that's an answer enough. Brian.
I want to agree with Carlos, but being an adult is it's just way better. Like, you have all this, like, as a kid, you are kind of limited as to what you can and can't do based on the fact that you don't have much money, you don't have much freedom, you don't have much experience, much knowledge. But as an adult, you have all of that and more. The only thing you probably don't have is energy, really. But hey, like you can go anywhere, you can do pretty much anything as an adult. Like, yeah, okay, you have the worries there, but then apart from that, you're good.
Yeah. Chris.
I'd say as an adult. One thing I remember, I couldn't wait to drive, to have my own car, to move out. That's why I went away to college. Like I wanted freedom, and being an adult, you can do that. So yeah, I'd say that for me was better.
Nice. All right. Oh man, the bonus question. What will be the first drink Tony gets Carlos after losing the bet? This motherfucker. Whatever they got on tap at Barcade, man. They always got something new,
Yo, man. Well, I mean, I might see you before New York, though.
Oh shit, that's true.
Oh,
E3. Yeah, I'll get
No?
Yeah. Well, no, E3, right? Actually, hold up. Oh shit.
Hold up.
Hold
Hey.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
By the way, it's not a secret. Carlos and I were going to, along with some friends, we're going to New Orleans for my birthday. Woo!
Nolans.
Yeah, I gotta think about what. But then again, maybe you have to think about what drink you're gonna get me, man.
Hey, man.
Harvey Wallbanger.
All right, man. Yeah, go ahead.
I guess, because what is it? Mid-January is when we'll get those MPDs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. By the way, that's the criteria, people, for our bet. NPDs. We're not going to use worldwide stuff. We're going to use NPDs because NPDs, you know what they are for a fact. Even if we don't get exact numbers, whatever one is higher up on the poll, that's the winner. Like if Call of Duty's number 4 and Pokemon's number 5, Call of Duty's the winner. Nice and simple.
Yep.
All right. See, but I'm still confident about that bet though. The one I made with Brett, I lost that shit. I lost that shit, man. Then again, I made my bet with you when I was sober. That's the difference. All
yep.
Right.
But then again, our bet is a win-win situation.
It is, yeah, because we're both gonna get drunk at the end of the night.
Yep.
All right, man. Black Metal Gamer is back, people. So here we go. Another one of these questions. Robert, you can start us off with this one. Is soup a meal?
No, it's a liquid.
So you don't consider that?
I mean, it depends what's in it. Depends what's in it.
Yeah, like ramen is a soup, right?
It's like, right. If it's just tomato soup straight up that you can drink it out of the bowl, then no, it's sort of like a liquid thing. But if it's like one of them chunky, with like chicken in it or noodles in it or something like that, you could consider it a meal.
Yeah, that's my answer too.
Yep.
Anybody else have a different take on that?
I think you're confusing soup and stew.
Brett, what do you consider ramen?
I think ramen is
Technically what?
a stew.
All right, let's nail it down.
Because a stew is generally a thicker or heartier broth with chunks of with meat and vegetables in it. Like a soup generally doesn't, by definition, have much substance to it. I think actually, and I may be totally wrong here, but culinary-wise, I think soup is considered kind of a side, whereas a stew is considered a meal.
Oh, that's a good criteria. Yeah, if that's the case, then it's not a meal. Then it's a side. All right, I think we answered that one then.
I think it's like a salad.
Yeah,
which is the reason they often offer you soup or salad.
That's right. All right, we answered that question. Moving on. Okay, what is your favorite dessert? Brett, since you were talking, why don't you start us off?
Oh, white chocolate bread pudding. There's a steakhouse nearby that makes white chocolate bread pudding with a caramel drizzle sauce. It is just fucking awesome. And they coat the whole thing in 151 and flambe, which like crisps the top of it. It is so good.
Yeah. By the way, Robert, what do you think of Brett's pad, man? Isn't that shit slick, man?
Yeah, I mean, no arcade games, but yeah.
I mean, they're on the giant TV right over here, buddy.
I hear you, man. No worries. My TV's over there.
They're on the giant TV over there. Oh my god. What the fuck was the question? Oh yeah, dessert.
Desserts.
Robert, go ahead, man.
Wow. You know what? Probably a really good Black Forest cake. I would definitely go for something like that because, get the original frosting, not that shitty substitute frosting, like the real cream cheese store frosting, and get the crust or the cake part just right, and, perfect.
All right, Chris.
Well, what was this one? Oh, my favorite dessert?
Yeah, favorite dessert, yeah.
I think ice cream sundae with vanilla chocolate sauce. nuts on it.
Nice.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Strawberry cheesecake.
I do. Yeah, I do love strawberry cheesecake. What?
Thank you, Kristen. All right.
Chris will be strawberry cheesecake.
Hey, shout out to Kristen, man. She's always keeping tabs over there on the chat. Make sure motherfuckers don't get out of line, man.
No, but I mean that's real good. She's doing a great job. She knows his favorite dessert more than he does.
Yeah, right. Hilarious.
That's a good woman right there.
You know, Brian.
I too am a fan of cheesecake. Like I think that cheesecake is great, but cheesecake with no nuts, man. The fuck's that? I don't know why, but some restaurants just love putting like nuts inside cheesecake. I'm like, why?
Inside?
Because they want the
What
texture.
the fuck?
What?
Okay, I never heard of that.
I never heard of that. That's crazy.
Is this British cooking I've heard about?
Yeah, like
I don't know. I think
nuts
it's French.
Oh, no wonder. Fuck the French, man.
Like I've never heard of that, and then I went and like this one restaurant. I'm like, oh, cool, they have cheesecake. So I ordered that, and it's like, you know how like, it says, okay, it may contain nuts. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's just probably like the whole thing. So I get it. I'm there just biting through it, and then suddenly I just hear like this crunch. I'm like, the fuck's this? Some nuts in it. I'm like, why? So I spend like the next half hour just picking out all the nuts bit by bit by bit, and then put them to the side. I'm like, you don't put nuts inside cheesecake. It's weird.
Fucking
Stupid.
French, man. I swear. Manny.
Oh, Manny, you're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry. Favorite dessert, huh? I don't know. I like a lot of different types of desserts. I can tell you one thing I don't like, or two things I don't like.
Pineapple on pizza?
Pineapple cake
Oh,
and
Upside down cake.
or strawberry cake. For
What?
the one for the one,
You
the
mean
one
shortcake? Yeah.
no, not shortcake, but
Is that
strawberry
called cake.
Yeah,
Pink,
cake with,
the pink cake? You hate that pink cake?
because of one thing. When they put the fucking fruit inside of it.
oh, that's disgusting. Yeah.
That is the grossest thing ever.
That's
any
disgusting.
cake with any cake with like fruit inside of it is just the grossest thing ever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You mean like if they puree it or if there's chunks?
No,
No,
not
there's
puree.
chunks,
When there's chunks in it, like
Oh,
literally.
What kind of maniacal psychopath looks chunks of fruit and cake?
Yeah, it's done. Those
Yeah.
are the cheapest. Those are the cheap cakes too, that they get you. You
Yeah.
go.
See, this is what I don't understand. You guys keep talking about these cheap cakes, with pineapple in them. Are these cheaper than the boxes of cake mix that you get at home?
No, here's the thing. Like, okay, so there, at least in New York, the way you used to do it when you're young, your parents would go out.
We're talking about for Latinos right now, by the
For
way.
Latinos, we go to a cake. There's cake stores, right? The places that just
What?
specialize in making cakes for like for parties, right? And you can choose any sort of topping, anything like that. The thing is that strawberry cake with pieces inside of it and
Strawberry.
pineapple,
and pineapple, yeah.
and pineapple are like the cheapest cakes that you can get. Cheaper than fucking chocolate, cheaper than vanilla. For some reason,
Because nobody likes them.
Nobody likes them,
Yeah,
and that's
okay.
why they fucking get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I understand my confusion. You gotta understand. You're talking to an Irish-raised motherfucker. The idea of like, oh, I went to a cake store and I got a special cake for my mom. I got like, what box flavor cake do you want for your birthday?
The
I
thing is,
want confetti. What icing do you want?
thing-
Chocolate. Boom. Done.
the thing about it, and also you would make a request. Like again, you would make a request, be like, "Hey, do you want a cake for your birthday?" Yeah, I want a chocolate
Every
cake.
fucking
Never-
year, man.
or
Every
a-
fucking year. I'm about to go on a rant right now. Brett, this happened to me every fucking year. And it
Why
happened
didn't
to
they just
Manny, too.
buy you that? Why didn't they just make you a box cake? It's not even the made from scratch shit.
Dominicans know how to fry shit. We don't bake cakes, man. You know?
It's on the box.
Nobody listens to instructions.
It's a rare thing
Yeah.
than when family ever made a cake. They made food.
They make
made,
food,
like,
yeah.
They made everything else, but
Takes
the
like
one thing
20
he
minutes
didn't
in
do
one
was a
bowl.
cake.
That's
No.
not something.
I'm about to make some cheesecake brownies later because it takes 20 minutes in one
Brett,
goddamn bowl.
Cheesecake brownies is foreign to me. I've never heard of that. Never done in my house.
Brett, it's a cultural thing. We don't bake shit. Hispanics don't bake shit. You know, we
Yeah,
fry
it's
shit.
rare-
You know,
It's incredibly rare.
Yeah.
I've only had in my lifetime I've only had a cake that was actually made by my mom twice.
My mom's never made a cake in her life. She doesn't know
And
how
this
to.
was
Now,
even
okay,
on my
again,
birthday.
are we talking about like my grandma could motherfucking bake? Like my family bakes. I'm not sure if that's an Irish thing or not, but like if it's baked, they could fucking make it, and they do a lot. My grandma knew how to make everything from scratch.
I also never had baked cookies from my
Neither have
mom
I.
or anybody
Yeah,
in my
no.
family.
Nope, never had
Okay,
that either.
and by this, do you guys qualify that like as like the stuff you buy in like the break apart cookies that you then just put them on a cookie sheet with some tinfoil and put them in the oven?
No, you buy a box of cookies and you fucking eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never had. I've never had any
You
baked
guys
cookies.
talk like the $1.99 box of Jiffy cake mix is some fucking like lavish
I
extravagant.
don't know what the fuck that is, man.
That's the cornbread mix.
Dude, people love you enough to buy you more than the dollar.
You know?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what the fuck that is, man.
I mean,
you buy
you go to the store right now and get a
you go to the
$5
store and you buy
I
a
can go
box
to the
of
store and
cookies
get
and
a
you eat them.
$5.
You know, that's it.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
you-
a box of Jiffy cake costs 98 cents.
the fuck is Jiffy cake? I'm still trying to figure
Dude,
this out.
it's a little blue box about this big. They make yellow cake and cornbread,
Okay.
and it is just a fucking powder.
and Timmons, I guess, would
Oh,
be the
that's
equivalent.
if you're baking it,
That'd
I
be-
guess. We don't do
it'd
that,
be-
Brett. I keep telling you, man.
But that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
never-
It's not real baking. You just add a cup of milk and one egg, stir it in a bowl, and put it in the oven. Like it's not like this. Like if people are like, oh, and put a lot of love in it. Like no, you just literally just go.
Was your birthday parties for you for specifically for you?
Birthday parties like plural.
Yeah,
Like birthday
like
any
Brett,
of your
We're not
birthday
having
parties,
a birthday
Hold on,
party.
hold on,
We're
hold
having a Jiffy birthday
Hold on,
party.
no.
were they for you?
What do you mean they?
Okay,
I
hold
had-
on, let me-
Were your birthday parties?
Manny, I'll ask it. Brett, when they celebrated your birthday, right? When your parents celebrated, did they even celebrate your birthdays?
I had one birthday party.
Okay, was it for you?
Yeah, well, there was a bunch of people invited.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is because
I got to invite like 5 of my friends. I
yeah.
was like 7.
Okay, the reason why Manny's asking is because for us Latinos, birthday parties for kids are not really for kids; they're really for the adults to get drunk.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was no party. Okay, no, Christmas in my house, and I had a great childhood. It may not sound like this when I say this, but I had a great childhood. Birthdays at my house were you got a baked cake, and not a baked from scratch cake, like a box mix cake, like $2 box, and then a can of frosting. You mix it and you put the two on top of each other.
Mhm.
But you put 2 layers. You put a little effort into it. You make 2 little cakes, and then you stack them on top of each other and you ice them, so it's kind of like the one from the stores. And then you get a present. And sometime around dinner time, like usually for dinner, it'd be like, what do you want to eat for dinner? And you get to choose what you guys eat for dinner. And then they put a candle in the cake, sing you a stupid song, make you blow out the candle, hand you a present, and that's your birthday. I mean, that's
By the way, Brett,
birthdays, right?
Just so you understand, Manny and I would have loved to have baked cakes when we were kids. We would have loved that shit. Instead, we got those cheap ass shits from the fucking store. You know?
Yeah, we got those from that cheap ass shit from the cake store. And the thing is that you never the party was never really about you.
It wasn't.
It was really about the family getting together.
Yeah.
So and if multiple family members had their birthday on the same day, or not on the same day, but in the same month,
Mm-hmm.
it would pile you together with all the other people that were the other family members that had birthdays on that same day.
Oh, being
Or in that
Latino,
same
man,
month.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. And by the way, you never got presents. You got $20 bills. That's all they gave you. That was your present. $20 bills. That's it.
Yeah, like it was rare.
Or a sweater or socks.
No, I never even got that. It's just $20 bills. Here you go, Tony. Happy birthday, and then you go get drunk.
Bills,
like,
as in plural.
Yes, bills.
See, shit. I would have loved to have had one of your birthdays as a kid. That just sounds awesome. Like, let me get this straight. You're gonna go to a store and buy me a store-bought cake and invite over a bunch of people who are all gonna give me $20 bills? And then I get to run around unsupervised because you're too busy getting drunk? This is amazing!
Yeah, oh, no,
Brett,
by the way,
them birthdays,
Brett, don't get me wrong. The parties were awesome. I just hated the fact that I had to eat that fucking pineapple cake. That's my beef. The actual party was amazing.
I never had.
They were willing to put in 5 minutes of prep time and 20 minutes of bake time.
Dominicans don't bake, man.
Cake for
Yeah, Dominicans don't bake, man.
I would rather eat a pineapple cake because one year we had like a cake and they got the frosting all wrong, and we had blue tongues and blue teeth because they got the frosting all wrong. So I'd rather eat a fucking pineapple cake than something Makes me look like a bluest Smurf.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm sorry, like box cakes are good, and like I appreciate the effort, and I was always super grateful for it.
But at least they
store-bought cake? Oh, a store-bought cake? That was actually made with flour and shit.
It could be worse. It could be something like, hey, can you get me a Sonic the Hedgehog cake and it look like something like
Well, yeah, well,
that's
what also would happen too, because those same cake places would also you can have them supposedly customized, and they were always horrible, whatever they did on it.
Yeah, I know, right?
It was never like it was
Make a
bad.
golf course that looks like something out of
They would
Hamburg.
literally spell like they would spell the name on
the name wrong. You know?
Happy birthday,
You know,
Tina.
like, who the fuck is Tina? You know,
literally these places were like sort of like ghetto, like like mass, like they make the cake there, but it's like ghetto cake.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think one is better than the other. I just find it hilarious because I was like, yo, I'm the same age as y'all. I know they had Pillsbury cake mix.
Yeah,
I know for a fact that shit existed.
But Brett, you're an Irish guy from the Midwest. We're fucking Latinos from New York. It's a different world, man. You know.
I just love the fact that y'all look at the oven and you're like, nope.
None of
like
that.
that's the only thing. Like, wait a minute, all problems could have been solved. They could have actually, from your parents' perspective, they could have had a much cheaper cake, but they just looked at the oven and went, nah.
Yeah, they don't want to put the effort because we don't bake, man. That's not what our people do.
No.
You know.
So,
Is this like a dwarves don't live on the surface thing? Like, what is going on with?
I don't know.
I mean,
They do. They just named Tina.
It's just a weird. It's just a weird thing. To like like my mom barely baked.
My mom never baked. You know.
She did. Like again, like I said, I can count how many times I've had it.
Yeah.
Like
See, this is news to me because like we consider in my family if something from a box, that's not actually baking.
Yeah.
It's still baked. I mean, you still have to. I mean, granted, it's all
Just because you put something in the oven doesn't make it a baked good. You got to make that shit by portioning out.
You're literally baking it. It is a baked good.
Yeah, granted, the thing is that like you're not like it's not everything is from scratch. I mean, I know how those cakes. A lot of it's instant mix, and all that sort of stuff. But a thing you had to put the effort into it. Like, and you still had to put eggs in it. You still had to put certain.
Oh no, I understand that. I agree. I'm just saying it's weird to hear this perspective because in my family, boxed goods are not. If you're like, I made this cake. Like, oh, you made this cake. This cake is delicious. Well, I made it from a boxed good. Like, oh, you didn't make this fucking cake.
Yeah, but no one claimed. No, I know what you're saying, but no one claimed to be the cake. Like, okay, I bought it from the store. That's it. End of story.
So I wish they would
have baked me a fucking cake. That would have been amazing. Who like
even a box cake?
Yeah, exactly.
Box cake would have been cheaper. That's why I'm so shocked. I'm not trying. I'm just like, I'm just dumbfounded.
The thing is that if you got to also understand, the quantity of family that you got to feed. Man.
Yeah, that's the other
thing. That box cake is not gonna feed for how many families?
Yeah, when you got 20 motherfuckers in your crib, it's
Wait, how big was the cakes you all got?
It was pretty big.
They were huge. Yeah,
they were big. You could get like a big if you could get a big slice. Like Grandpa could get a big slice if he wanted.
The cakes were massive, because they had to feed 20, 30 people,
Yeah, it was like most of your family that was coming to this thing. That's why it was never about you.
Yeah.
It was never like a little nice get together with mom and dad and whatever a couple of siblings that you had. No, it was everybody.
Everybody's there,
See, I still remember the very first actual birthday cake I ever. That was because Rachel made it for me. Like it was a dessert at Olive Garden, a chocolate lasagna, like a layered cheesecake, cream cheese dark chocolate cake with chocolate chips and shit. They discontinued it. I was real sad about it. It came home one day, like the kitchen was fucking wrecked. She made like this beautiful cake, like this big and this tall, and it had like 7 layers on it. It was like drizzled with like shaved chocolate and shit. Made it all from scratch, and I was like, holy fuck! You just took some flour and some eggs and shit. And cake. This is not only a birthday cake. This is literally magic to me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Seriously, you're making me hungry. Stop.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
So she made frosting. Did you know you can make frosting?
I didn't know you could do that.
It's made from powdered sugar and shit.
I'll answer mine, and it'll be like really quick.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Churros.
Oh, churros, yeah.
Churros.
You got birthday churros?
No, but they're dessert.
Oh, that's your favorite dessert.
Yeah.
Churros.
Oh, you just drifted hard back onto subject.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's up with that back subject in this motherfucker?
There is this one
Yeah,
dessert
go
I
ahead.
had in Korea one time. I don't know what the hell it's called, and it's fucking impossible to explain.
Yeah. By the way, because I didn't answer, I'm gonna let Manny answer for me. Manny, what's my favorite dessert?
You don't have one.
He doesn't
There
have
you
he doesn't
go.
have a sweet
Yep,
tooth.
There you go. I
No,
don't.
you don't have it. You never had a sweet tooth.
Nope.
I mean, the most indulgent I've ever seen you get is probably with a fucking Pepsi. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
That's your favorite. That's
Pepsi
it.
and shrimp.
That's my favorite
your-
dessert, a
Pepsi and
Pepsi.
The Pepsi is your favorite. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the only thing. That's the only sweet thing that you actually swear by.
Yeah,
Right?
That's true. Yeah, and I don't even drink that anymore.
Yeah. So there you go.
Because basically every time it's my birthday, like you guys get me some fucking cannoli, something, then you guys eat them because I take like a bite or two. I'm like, I'm good.
I mean, want to talk about things that are not for you, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I'm like, yo, listen, just give me meat, man. Like I have an option here's a cake, or you can have some more meat. Give me some more meat. Give me salt. All right, what the fuck?
Meat cake.
Meat cake.
Beef
Ooh,
cake.
Robert, man. All right, what the fuck are we? Okay, Black Metal Gamer. I'm not gonna ask your original question because no. So we're gonna go with your backup one. What is your favorite wrestling move? So Robert, you could lead us off.
Go to sleep, CM Punk.
Ah,
It's amazing. It's an amazing move. He throws somebody in the air and he hits a fucking knee. That's talent.
All right, Chris.
I'd say it's the 5-star Frog Splash by Rob Van Dam.
Oh shit.
from across the other side of the room.
From across
the
the
other side of the ring. Yeah.
Like
I was-
You're gonna go Van Dam.
he had some of the illest moves, man. Like he had that. He did Rolling Thunder,
Oh, the Van Terminator, dude, into the
Yeah.
trash can.
the
Yeah.
Van Terminator, the Van Daminator. Yeah,
So,
with the
Chris,
chair. Yeah.
What's the difference between that frog splash and the one that Eddie Guerrero did? Or is there a difference?
Because RVD could do it from across the ring. I mean, he literally get on
So
the
could
top
Eddie.
rope and just fly.
Eddie could do it too. He variated his.
Oh, he varied his. Yeah. He did. He had the same move. I just said RVD's was more acrobatic.
Cool.
Yeah. Brett.
Oh, probably in 19.
Turn it off, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, say it again.
I said probably in 1998 when Undertaker threw Mankind off Hell in a Cell and plummeted 16 feet through an announcer's table.
Oh shit.
Is that a move?
It's a move now. It's a move
That's
now.
not the move. That's a test of will.
All right, Brian. Brian, I never pegged you as a wrestling guy.
No, not really a wrestling guy. But I did like Eddie Guerrero. I think that's it. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he used to do like that thing where like he like, I don't know what the name was, but he do like 3 times.
Oh, and the Three Amigos suplexes.
That's the one. Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say that he lies, he cheats, and he steals.
that too. But yeah, yeah. I just liked how I think it was the Engage game. He used to like come on stage in like a lowrider. I'm like, this is so fucking stupid, but it's brilliant at the same time.
Yo, Brian.
Yes, that's what I
Latino
mean.
Heat. Latino
That's right,
Heat is
guys.
what it's called.
The Engage game.
Hey, Brian.
Remember
Fun
that?
fact:
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Guerrero's from the same hometown that I am.
Oh shit.
I noticed.
Yeah,
El Paso.
man.
Yeah.
That means you lie, you cheat, you steal.
Yeah. Yo, by the way, do the third.
Viva la
Ben.
raza!
Yeah. By the way, I see do the third in the chat right now. Yo, bro, give me your Twitter, man. We gotta send you some shit, man. Got a code to give away. As a matter of fact, after this set of questions, we're gonna give another giveaway, people.
Yeah. Well.
This will be a $20 PSN card. Let's just be real. You guys want PSN cards. You don't give a fuck about
So yeah.
Xbox. All right. What the fuck are we? Oh yeah. I'm gonna keep it simple. I like the Stone Cold Stunner because he kicks a guy. He throws the middle fingers up, kicks him in the stomach, and then fucking slams him, and then he drinks beer on top of them.
Yep.
That's cool.
I always thought the Razor's Edge by Razor Ramon was a
Hey,
freaking
Ramon.
awesome move, where he essentially like lifts you up. It's pretty much a power bomb, but he lifts you up like a fucking cross and just
Yeah.
like plants you to the ground.
Oh yeah. You know what, Tony? To elaborate on yours, the best kind of Stone Cold Stunners is like when he has a beer with his opponent and everything.
Yes.
They start to drink the beer. Then he performs the stunner, and the opponent just spews out beer as they go flying.
Yes,
It's
right.
the
I love it. I
best.
love it. I
It's
love
the
it.
fucking best.
Oh,
And
man.
that's the bottom line. die because Stone Cold said so.
What? What?
What?
Shut up.
I love Stone Cold. Man. Yo, all right.
Just races out in an ATV or a office chair. Just slides down the ramp on an office chair. Gotta watch his highlights. That's
I
great.
love it. All right, Carlos, man, go ahead, bro.
For me, it's got to be the F5, Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That one is good because it's always like an event to see if fucking Brock Lesnar could fucking raise someone on the top of his fucking, like where his fucking leveled with his face.
Yeah.
Oof. Took out the Undertaker that way.
Yep. Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Awesome.
I have
Go
an
ahead.
honorable mention.
Go ahead, man.
Oh.
Like the 619 by Rey Mysterio.
Oh
That-
yeah,
that always looked
Ooh,
awesome
dial
when he
up.
did it. Yeah, always looked awesome.
like they're hanging by the fucking what's it called? The ropes, right? And then he hits the
Yeah, he like flips through the ropes and like kicks them, right?
and kicks them in the face. Yeah.
Face. And I'm like, the first time I saw it, it broke my brain. I was like, how is he doing that? Like,
Yes. Well, that one was crazy, man.
All right, let's move on. Yeah, we still got a bunch of questions, but we're gonna do it again. The last episode of the year for actually our last throwdown period for the year, so we're gonna go a little longer. man.
Decade.
Yeah, for the decade. Oh shit, for the
decade.
decade. Damn.
Let's make it count.
Let's make it count.
What? Shut up. What?
All right, G Megaforce 123. This is an interesting one. Do you act the same way in real life as you do on a podcast? Most of you guys know me in real life. I act this way. This is just me all the time. You know,
Like a horse's ass. Yep.
you know, this motherfucker. But yeah,
Oh,
I can vouch for a bunch of these guys. Robert acts the same. Manny acts the same. Chris acts the same.
Oh
Brett acts the
yeah,
same.
I mean, I don't,
The only-
no.
the only-
Hello,
the only-
yes, I do live a quaint life when I'm not here.
Ah,
in
yes.
my golden yacht. Yes. No,
Yeah.
I exactly.
The only one I can't vouch for is Brian. I'm gonna assume he acts the same. But all you guys, you guys all act the same.
Why put up a false front? I mean,
Yeah,
what
say
am I
it.
gonna do? Come on here as a Mexican wrestler? Hola!
Olale!
Yeah, viva la raza. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. So yeah,
That
we
would
all.
make an interesting persona, though.
Yeah. Right. All
Oh,
right.
yeah,
so-
so you just come in like Razor Ramon, like, hey, chico, hey.
Yo, I was devastated when I learned this motherfucker wasn't even Spanish, man. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it's funny because he's literally doing an impression of Scarface. He's
Yeah.
literally
Say hello to the bad guy.
say hello to the bad guy.
It goes like his toothpick or like.
The worst. My favorite one is that whenever he's the fake Hispanic guy, right? And then a real Hispanic guy like Savio Vega. It's like because Savio Vega is Puerto Rican and he only spoke mostly Spanish, right? Like he as his characters. Tim talking to him in Spanish, like, and then all of a sudden he's like like not even say anything back because this dude can't say shit.
You know, he don't know what the fuck. Oh my
don't
god,
know it.
he don't know.
You
man.
give the look.
Would that be considered cultural appropriation at this
Oh.
time?
It's Vince McMahon, like he does it. Like
You know what? I didn't. To be honest, I wasn't. For me, it was like, okay, I know this motherfucker ain't.
I didn't know that. I learned that shit
you
last
know-
year, man.
But you know what? But come on, like he came out. Was it when you came out in the WCW? What was his name? His name wasn't Spanish. It was fucking Kevin Nash.
Oh,
That ain't
No,
shit.
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall.
Excuse me,
Scott Hall.
It was
That's right.
Scott Hall.
The big dude.
He comes
Yeah.
out of
but
Scott
here's
Hall.
the thing,
That is not a Hispanic
I,
name.
know, but I never made it. I didn't know Scott Hall was Razor Ramon.
Even though it looks exactly the same, and in WCW he was still doing the original.
For all we know, Big Boss Man.
Earl
wasn't
and
really
everything.
a cop,
Hey man, I was
you know?
blissfully ignorant. You know, don't kill my fantasies, man. Where the fuck are we right now?
We're do you
yeah,
listen
yeah.
to music in the language?
Oh, okay. Do you listen to music in a language other
Oh
than
no,
English?
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You know, baby metal. And I'll tell you, my buddy Evan Borgal introduced me some great bands that are in Japanese, and they rock the place. It's really good. So yeah, I mean, definitely listen to some of that. And of course,
Rammstein.
Rammstein. Yeah.
Rammstein.
Yeah.
Yo, Brett, I got one for both of us, man. Corpaclani, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
What the hell do they sing natively? Like some fucking Scandinavian shit.
I think it's Finnish.
Finnish, yeah. That band's
I think
cool.
it's Finnish folk.
Yeah, Finnish folk metal, yeah.
Adam would say hiling the people who the guys who made the song for the new Hellblade trailer.
Right.
Yeah, but some of them have to be like. Let me make it a little bit more challenging.
Oh.
Does anybody listen to music in a different? Isn't
Wait, you're cutting out. You're cutting
That's
out.
all
You're
Hold on.
breaking up. Yeah, you're breaking up.
Does anybody listen to music in a different language that isn't metal?
Yes.
Hiling isn't metal.
Yeah, Hiling isn't. I don't. Brett, that was targeted specifically for me. Yeah, I don't listen to anything outside of metal. Period, though. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
When we could find like an Asian Lawrence Welks. I don't think he exists.
There's snake jazz.
Snake jazz.
Nobody watches Rick and Morty. You're not going to get that.
There's snake jazz. Hey, he's Hispanic.
I probably listen to like 50. If I were to do like a pie chart of like the languages that I listen to, probably like 50% of it is in English. Maybe 30% in Spanish, and then like the rest is like Japanese, Korean, Portuguese.
Yo, man, you listen to Julio Iglesias?
Julio, he's a pretty good singer.
I know.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man. Make it belt it out, you know.
The only one that comes to mind is "To all the girls I've loved before."
Oh, the English.
Yeah, the English version, yeah.
Yeah.
And Willie Nelson comes out of nowhere. What the hell?
To all the girls I loved before.
All the weed I smoked out the door.
All right, Chris, get in here, man.
Well, besides metal, the only thing I can think of is anime intros and outros.
Oh yeah, I guess that counts, right?
Crazy Sunshine. Ooh.
Yeah.
I think of the pillows.
All right, Brian.
Yeah, I'm the same as Chris on this one. The anime's intros and outros.
Nice.
Hello,
Yeah, right. You know, or you are shock. You are shock.
Okay, I changed my mind. We gotta take out instead of.
Oh man! All right, let's move on here. This one's a little bit involved. Do you think good rock music will ever become mainstream again? In the late 90s, we started to see a decline of rock music as it turned into nu metal and then just faded away out of the mainstream. Do you think there is any hope of seeing a mainstream rock resurgence that's actually good, like the 70s and or too early to mid 90s? I don't know, man.
There are some bands that still care out there, just don't get the exposure because obviously they're not marketable like some of these artists out there and everything. But there are some bands that are still trying to get that unique sound. And this is my point in which I will confess I love Greta Van Fleet. They're an amazing band.
Oh, so Carlos loves those guys, man.
Yeah, they're amazing. What? You know, because they may be channeling a Led Zeppelin style sound, but nobody's doing that anymore. You know, because they're all like trying to do their marketable shit. So hey, give me an old-fashioned rock band that actually rocks the freaking place, please.
Wait, were you being sarcastic, Tony?
You were like hyped up for that fucking band, bro.
Yeah, Greta
no,
Van Fleet.
I mentioned them, but I was never hyped up about them.
I thought you were.
Well,
I was like,
you
okay.
need to be.
Yeah. So Carlos,
No, I've listened to them,
Yeah.
but they sound like a Led Zeppelin knockoff.
Oh, so, I was gonna ask you, do they sound too much like Zeppelin for you, man?
Yeah.
But how many bands are channeling that these days? You like have so many bands that you try to do, you know, the pop thing or just something they don't just do old fashioned rock anymore. You know,
It's time to let the past die.
No, I'm sorry. Give me Def Leppard any day over.
Yeah, man.
Whatever the hell, you know.
Yeah, but we already got that. We already got Def Leppard.
By the way, the question is, will it ever become mainstream again? I don't think it will.
I don't know.
Rock is never going to die, but I don't think it's going to become mainstream again.
Yeah, it's going to be like there's going to be a point in which you still have these fans that still appreciate a good rock song compared to like Nickelback or something. You know, any day of the week or twice in Sunday.
It's a hard. I mean, it's kind of a hard one to say because it's like there is sometimes things kind of roll back. I mean, nowadays it's a lot of the pop music is that weird. That piano stuff with the ukulele stuff playing nowadays. But who knows? I think different type of rock would probably jump in there, like a kind of a different variation of it all, but not like as we sort of know it. Kind of like the way the white when the White Stripes were coming, it started coming in, and all rock kind of twisted sort of that way,
Yeah.
sort of that sort of simple stuff.
But I even heard that guitar sales across the board are down. People are just not playing instruments anymore. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And it's cyclical.
There's
It's
not any more Guitar Hero.
No, yeah,
games
like
out
yeah,
there.
they don't have that. Even Guitar Heroes, period. Like guys like Slash, there's no more new guys like that anymore. Who are like
not-
fucking gods. They don't really have that anymore.
Yeah, it's like because there's no sort of poster child sort of band like
No.
that. And it also has to do with the way that the fact that again the way the bands have kind of turned. They're more simplified sort of bands, so and they don't use these kind of sort of amazing guitars. They just kind of use whatever junky guitar that they got.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
not
much.
really, it's really supposed to be that, but I mean, I don't think things are going to turn back to that.
No.
Like. If anything, if rock does come back, go into the main sort of a mainstream sort of thing again, it's probably going to be a more simplified version of it. It's not going to be
I
like
agree.
Poppy.
Yeah, it's going to be sort of poppy. It's not going to be like long songs, or anything like that, like the 70s or the 80s or anything like that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, anybody else have a take on that?
I kind of agree with Manny. It's like the only pop. I mean, the only rock like bands and stuff like that that'll reach the mainstream are those that sort of fuse rock with whatever is hip at the time. Like if it was like dubstep or something like that, or fucking.
Yeah.
So I like, for example, like all the good bands are either like in the metal scene, which it's like their own little corner, or
Yeah.
the progressive kind of stuff, or it's they're all like in their own niches now, which are pretty big, but they don't really mesh with anything else other than themselves.
Yeah, exactly, and that's just never going to become mainstream. Like those guys are always going to be around, like those type of technical bands and stuff. Guys that are still playing the old shit. Those guys are always going to be around. But and I'm talking about even new bands that sound like old bands. They're going to be around. But mainstream, I don't think so, man. Not the way it used to be.
It's also
hard to
hard.
market it.
Yeah, it
It's
is
also
hard.
It's also harder than ever to make it as a band.
Exactly.
There are a lot of newer sort of bands that are just because of just the way how nobody really buys any sort of music anymore. It's really, really hard to make it. Like, obviously all those big guys making big deals on Spotify and all the other streaming services. Yeah, they're going to make some pretty serious money. But a little tiny band getting on there,
Yeah, forget about it.
it's going to be hard. It is hard.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, that also makes it just hard for newer bands to come around.
Yeah.
I feel
There are
like
people who still try. God bless them.
Yeah,
I feel like-
good for them, but yeah.
as cost effective as these things like Spotify are and a lot of the other services are, it also makes music disposable.
Yeah, it does. It does. I use Spotify
Also-
all the time. I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Also, it wasn't rock sort of kind of like counterculture. That's how it kind of raised up.
I mean, in the beginning, the 50s it was, but it became cold. It became cultural, like from the 60s all the way up to the early 2000s.
But even
Like,
as
rock was always like the biggest selling like thing out there. I mean, pop was actually selling, but you know what I'm saying. Like there was a point in time, especially the 80s, where rock music was like the most dominant thing out there.
There's always something that it was either psychedelic or punk or metal or grunge. Like there was always something to rock that made it like shoot to the spotlight.
Yeah, but that's not really happening. I think it's just harder nowadays.
I think most. I don't know. This is just going to be generalizing and probably wrong, but I think most people who are getting into rock bands right now are people like country club type people. I don't think people in the lower class are getting into rock.
Yeah, you mean the people that actually made rock in the first place, right? The working class guys. Yeah. That's sad. No, you're right. That's a good point. That's something to consider for sure. Yeah, because rock was always a working class type of music. If it's like fucking hippies and shit or hipsters, excuse me, making rock, it's like it's not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Like, what are you rebelling against, man? You got to fucking, your daddy's pension and shit. All right, man. Let's move on. Paiku Han. I'm not calling you the other name, man. Pick your one. Oh, hold on. I didn't edit this shit right. Basically, he says pick one DC DC, Marvel, and TV anime villain or hero. His examples are for DC he picks Superman, for Marvel he picks Wolverine, for anime he picks Goku. So for DC, pick your favorite hero or villain, and same for Marvel and anime. Robert, we go first. Who's your favorite DC villain or hero?
Oh wow. DC wise, I'm gonna say Wonder Woman.
Ooh,
Love her. She's amazing. Like I can't wait to see Woman 84. That trailer last was nice.
yeah, 84
So
was
I'm
dope.
definitely looking for that. And then all-time favorite villain and or hero or villain in Marvel. Oh man, that's a really tough one because I have several favorites. But I'm gonna say Spider-Man.
Nice.
Spider-Man was pretty awesome. Great games, obviously, and Far From Home was the bomb. And a TV anime.
Yeah, TV or anime, take your pick. Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna say Lupin from Castle of Cagliostro.
Oh, nice,
and
nice.
Lupin movies. I thought he was badass. So yeah, absolutely.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna go next. For DC, you guys already know Superman. That's my boy. Got to go with him. For Marvel, Daredevil. Right. For anime, Golgo 13. All right.
Nice.
Not Goku.
Yeah, no, Golgo 13, man. That's the dude right there. All right, Chris.
Are we doing both heroes and villains or just heroes?
You could do either or, but I think just pick one of them. Either
just pick one?
Yeah, either a hero or a villain.
Okay, so I'd say for DC it's Batman, for sure. For Marvel I'd say Hulk, and anime I'd say Isamu from Macross Plus.
Ooh, that's a good one. By the way, I want to give an honorable mention to Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. That's the dude right there.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You're already dead.
You're already dead. Oh my womo shinderu. Brett.
Let's see. DC, Batman, Dead, anime, Ryoko from
You cut out Ryoko from
Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill. Nice. All right. It's Brian.
I don't know. See, the thing is, I'm having real trouble with Marvel. Like DC, Jon Stewart. I don't know. I just like his calm, cool collectiveness. I think that's awesome. Anime, Saitama, because why the hell not? Dude's just amazing. But Marvel though, like I'm having real problems.
Just say Thanos, man.
Thanos?
He's kind of like
Nah,
one track.
he
Gets the stones, he loses, and then that's it. Like,
Hey Brian, just say it, man. You want to.
Carlos, don't even dare. Don't
No
Carlos.
strings attached on me.
I will slap you when you get here.
Strings on me.
I'm Ultron.
This is exactly what I wanted. All
Venom
versus all of me.
You gonna say Venom?
Yeah, Venom.
There you go,
Favorite-
Venom.
Second
Venom's
favorite Marvel character, but I can't have the Hulk because that's too obvious. So Venom.
The Hulk.
Yeah, no, Chris picked them already, man. All right.
Yeah, I did.
Carlos.
For DC, it's Batman.
No. You know who you need to say. Go on.
I just said half of him. Oh no, sorry. From DC, it's Martha.
Martha.
Why did you say that name?
Why did you know that name? Where is the trigger? Yeah, it's definitely Batman. Either Batman or the Joker. I think I really like both.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Marvel, it's yeah, I gotta go Wolverine.
Nice. Snake.
Wolverine.
Berserker Barrage.
Yeah, Berserker Barrage.
What's up, bub?
For anime, it's probably this one's probably the hardest one because there's just so many for me. But the first one that popped into my head was Levi Ackerman.
Oh, really interesting.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
That dude is a fucking badass.
I almost went with Mikasa.
Oh, Mikasa's up there too, but
Hey,
Levi, man.
Mikasa Sukasa, man.
Mikasa Sukasa, man.
All right, Manny.
For me, for DC, I'm gonna go with Mr. Batman. Batman seems to be unanimous.
Batman's.
Really great character. I always liked characters that were heroes that were actually regular sort of people. Like, in other words, it was their own skill that, you know, he trained his body. It's all him. He's not a guy who has superpowers and all that sort of stuff. And I always liked characters like that. I'm gonna go with for Marvel. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
He's the man with the plan. So yeah, Spider-Man. Always liked Spider-Man. Again, one of those sorts of, like, he's one of those characters that does have a lot of power, but he also has that sort of regular life that grounds him, which I always thought was really cool. For anime, I'm going to say you are Shark.
Yes.
I'm going to say Kenshiro.
Yes.
Actually,
there you go.
actually not Kenshiro.
You're a shark.
Actually, not Kenshiro. Ray.
Oh, Ray. Interesting.
Yep. Ray.
Like that calm, cool, collected type of dude,
Yep.
you know?
Yep. Awesome
Makes sense.
character.
You sure not talking about Ray from Evangelion, man?
No, Ray. The one who'll slice your face just by touching it.
You know? You're a
Hey.
shark.
Hey, do these arms belong to you? What?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have a question. It's going to be real quick.
Right.
Brian, have you seen Demon Slayer yet?
Funny enough, I had the chance to watch it this afternoon, but I decided to watch Goblin Slayer instead.
God damn it.
Demon Slayer, Goblin Slayer, what?
Demon Slayer is way better than
Demon Slayer
Goblin
and
Slayer.
Goblin Slayer?
Yeah.
Are they the same character? What? I don't get it.
No, there's two different animes that came out around the same
They're
time.
just called Slayer. Oh, it's
Yeah.
kind of like how there were two shows that were called Full Metal Panic and Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, Full Metal
Manny,
Panic
one
is pretty
plays
good too.
goblins. You're misunderstanding here. Plays
Goblin.
whole different thing.
They're a Slayer, though.
Yeah. All right.
Completely
Let's,
separate.
let's move on. Okay. Hypothetically, in the realm of fantasy, pick two people, fiction or nonfiction. You would. Damn it! I should have edited this fucking shit. Basically, he wants to know who would you choose, you know, as somebody to be with romantically and somebody to hang out with in fantasy or even in real life. His examples are Jessica Alba for real life and for non-romantic Goku.
Oh, I thought like fantasy, like as in fantasy novels.
Yeah, no, like it could be, you know,
like a T-Rex.
So yeah, who would you want to have be romantically, romantic with, fiction or not?
Huh.
It's a tough one.
Fiction or not?
Let's just go with fictional characters because if we would pick real people, it'd be really creepy.
It'd be all creepy and shit.
Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wouldn't that make you creepy? Because you're fawning over the cartoon.
I know who I'm picking. What's her face from? Kim Basinger from Cool World. Forgot who her fucking character was.
Like the animated one?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the real
Yeah,
one?
the animated one, yeah.
It was Hollywood.
Hollywood. I'm going with Hollywood. Fine, man.
Give me Hollywood.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not talking about romantic with her, if you know what I'm saying. You know?
Romantic.
Oh man, if I'm gonna be romantic with anybody, probably Elsa Faust from Mission Impossible Fallout. Because
Ooh,
holy
shit.
damn.
Wait, isn't
non-romantic.
Isn't that Mila Sidhu? Isn't that girl?
No, Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of the chick from the Bond.
Hmm.
And then non-romantically, probably. You come back to me. I gotta think on this.
All right. Who's making all that fucking noise in the background, man?
My bad. Sorry, wasn't on mute.
He's counting his Christmas wishes.
Yeah. By the way, do the guys who have like significant others? I'm going to exclude you from the romantic side if you want to be excluded. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? You don't.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not trying to get you in trouble here.
I'll plead the fifth.
Yeah, Chris, who would you like to just hang out with as a friend or something fictional?
Hang out at?
Yeah.
Probably hang out with Captain Kirk.
Oh, that's a good. Oh, you know you're gonna have fun with Kirk. You know.
I'll tell you a story.
I'm your buddy. What you doing?
Yeah.
He's
You know what,
Rocket Man.
Could it be a long, long time? I'm gonna go for my non because it'd be funny as shit just trying to adapt to shit.
Wait, who Robert? Say that again.
Captain America.
Oh, Captain America. That would be cool.
Yeah.
He'll tell you to look to your left all the time. You know.
Mm-hmm.
For me, to hang out with Tony Stark, probably.
Oh yeah. Oh, you have fun with that guy, man.
Yeah, you have fun. You'll probably build you a suit.
Yeah, you
to do
know.
something.
I would say Gandalf the Grey.
Ah.
Oh, but Manny, I am Gandalf the White.
I'm going to transform into a cat, and it will be magical. You shall not pass.
I feel like Gandalf has got some good stories. And,
Yeah, you know he would be. Yeah.
He's got some. Oh, I remember that time when I was in the Fifth Age.
Yes, I've seen some fucked up shit. I'll tell you what.
I want to smoke whatever Gandalf is smoking with him.
Yes. Like the
Well,
peace pipe.
obviously, it's Hobbit weed or whatever because
Gilligan.
Yeah, dude.
A wizard is never early nor.
a wizard is neither early or late, especially if he hasn't had his Hobbit weed.
I will be at your house on the first light of the 7th day. But make sure to look to the east.
Why is everybody so fucking tiny in this village?
Yo, what is this shit, man? You guys are small right now. Damn, how much of
Well, I
this did I
forget
sell?
It is good.
Do you remember when he
good
shared it with
shit.
the other wizard?
What
Yeah.
was it? Radagast.
Radagast.
Yeah, when he shared it with Radagast.
That
Radagast,
high motherfucker.
dude, knocked Radagast on his dick.
He did his
Oh,
little.
Lopez.
It's funny.
Light that shit with the flame of voodoo.
The flame of Odin.
Serve into the sacred flame. Flame of voodoo. Go back to the shadow.
All right, let's keep going. Manny, who would you want to hang out with?
I just said Gandalf the Grey.
Okay, who didn't go? Brian, right? Go ahead.
Apparently, Tony's high too.
Yeah, right. It's that peace pipe. Brian, go ahead, man.
It's just way too open though. Like so many characters. I don't know.
All
I
right.
genuinely don't know.
Fair enough.
It's Saitama.
Right, I think we got everybody, right? Let's move on. Which game would you love and which game would you hate to see become a reality? His example is he would hate to see any Resident Evil game become a reality. He would love any Dragon Ball Z game. Yeah, Pico Hunt, I wonder why you wanted the Dragon Ball Z to become a reality.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is easy.
Okay, so go ahead, Robert. You start us off, bro.
What I would hate to see become a reality is Fallout.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dude.
And what I would love to see become a reality, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that, you know?
Because I'm simple.
Yeah, I like the answer of Resident. I don't want that shit to come to life. No, man, keep that shit, you know? As for a game I would love to come back to life, even though there's Reapers and robots and shit, Mass Effect, because they got alien women, man. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, Tony, I have a question for you, but after this.
It's one of those questions.
Oh, yep.
You just reminded me.
All right, Manny.
Oh wow! I mean, I know what I wouldn't want to happen.
Yeah.
A fucking Death Stranding.
Oh,
God
shit.
damn it!
Oh yeah.
What kind of
Walking everywhere, my feet are killing me.
look like literally a rainstorm will instantly age you. You make a wrong step and you fucking get attacked and cause an explosion by a bunch of fucking ghosts.
You know?
What the fuck kind of world is that?
Yeah, I don't wanna
and the thing is, like, people expect things from a bunch of unpaid people.
You know?
Like, they're literally doing stuff out of the faith, out of the goodness of their hearts for a nebulous term called a like. What? This is fucking crazy. You can't pay me to go out there. Yeah, and then you're living in those goddamn bunker shit. No, I don't want. I would never want that world to exist. Let's see, a video game world that I would like to exist. Like most video game worlds are all filled with tragedy. If you think about it, like,
why don't you go ahead and vote for Rogue Corp? That way we have gun-toting panda.
and even that, it's like a post-apocalyptic horror world where everybody aliens.
But you got a gun-toting panda.
Every single game has some sort of horrible some sort of conflict. So I don't know.
What about the Mushroom Kingdom, man?
Hey, what about
Even that-
Untitled Goose Game, where everybody gets, deserves to be treated like shit?
Even that the Mushroom Kingdom is being taken over by a horrible dinosaur monster who turned a bunch of
But enough about our world.
It's a bunch of dictatorships.
he's
Most
a
video game
dictator.
worlds are pretty horrible. That's right.
You mostly because it's mostly just trying mostly trying to overcome some sort of horror that has happened. Some sort of conflict where you're the only one who can kind of.
Oh, here's
do it.
one. I got one. Stardew Valley. That seems like a nice place to live.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley. Which one was that?
That's the farm
That's
sim
one
game.
farming. Yeah.
Yeah, there's,
yeah.
there's no conflict. You're just hanging out on the farm.
No conflict.
Yeah, there you
Yo,
go.
I got one.
There's no
It's got-
monsters.
No monsters.
Wait.
Actually, no. In the caves there are monsters, but
Oh fuck then.
How about one of those
Game.
Japanese dating games?
oh yeah, there you go.
Or like Daddy, there you go, Dream Daddy. How
Dream
about
Daddy,
that?
there you
Make,
go.
make you a Dream Daddy.
Oh god. And even some of those characters have a weird hidden darkness to them.
Man, you find darkness in every. I can say Tetris, where they come down and they almost kill you. What
You're
the
right.
hell? Everything's negative, man.
Everything's built on conflict.
Yeah,
Welcome to video games.
yeah. All right. Who didn't go?
I'll say Yakuza.
That's the one you want to live.
Yeah, because it's I'll be living in Japan and looks like it's a fun time.
Yeah, but you also have
People
to.
and then
But you're also gonna have
karaoke.
You're also gonna have guys wanting to beat you up every 5 seconds. You know.
Hurrah!
And then
what's
they
the-
sing karaoke after.
What's the name of that guy from
Mr.
Yakuza
Moneybags.
Zero?
Mr. Moneybags.
That dude, man. That dude's fucking hilarious,
Oh
man.
man.
Gotta watch out for him. We don't want
You know-
that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We don't want that.
All right. Yo, GZDR, did this motherfucker really ask us 7 questions? I'm not answering all these fucking questions. Unless you guys want to do like a shotgun type of thing. Like just scatter.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah,
Fuck
we
it.
can do it.
Oh, lightning round.
Lightning
Hit
blast.
it.
Yeah,
Hit
let's
it.
do it. All right.
Wait, I
Lightning
didn't
round.
go yet.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
go,
Yeah, so that's
go.
why I asked, did I get everybody? Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'd say if the future is Dead Space, just end things now.
You know.
And
Oh,
and I say a world I'd like to live in. Funny enough, Monster Hunter, man.
Ooh.
Oh.
With
I
that
just-
food?
Just to eat that food, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be
fuck.
honest, if you think about the world of Monster Hunter, there's the only real thing that happens in that world is really just hunting.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
only
that's
real
it.
monsters are the humans if you think about it. The monsters
Yeah.
are just chilling.
There's no,
You know?
there's no world except that.
In Monster Hunter
giant,
World, there is actually.
There's a
It-
giant world-ending thing.
Yeah.
It's the food pyramid from The Simpsons. Everything just points into man.
Yes.
Hey, you get to own a cat or have a cat friend.
Yeah,
A
but
palico?
Palico, man.
I want that food. I want that food. I want
Have a
that
cat.
food.
But
Alright,
it's being
yeah.
made by cats, so they might get all that cat hair and everything. They're
Well,
not
no,
wearing
you-
We're back on cats again?
Yeah,
Yes.
but remember, if you,
Magic the Mystery, the
if you-
legend.
yeah, if you live in that world, your stomach's already fortified for cat hair, so you're good. You know.
Nobody's allergic to it.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do a lightning round because you asked us so many questions. Okay. At what age did you guys start looking at nudie magazines? Did your mom ever see your stash?
I actually never had any nudie magazines. Actually, Tony had all the nudie
Yeah.
magazines.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nah,
the same thing for me. I never had them. It was always my neighbor.
Yeah.
Totally had them. Okay, yeah.
No, I
Well,
still
no.
got them. I still got my Playboys.
No,
and
Tony
my,
had this.
yeah, and my mom knew I was buying them. She didn't give a fuck. She was like, okay, go ahead. You know, you're a
Yeah,
guy. You like women. Go ahead. You know.
Like I never had them, but Tony did.
Yep. I had them. I had them.
9 years old, and my mom never caught me. Dad knew exactly where to hide them.
There you go.
And not to mention, Tony had a subscription to Playboy.
I did.
He still does.
You had early access and shit.
You know.
He's a VIP.
Hey, listen, I got it for the articles, man.
You got it for the articles.
All
And
those video game reviews that
All right, Chris.
Wait, I didn't hear the question.
Did you ever have any nudie magazines that your mom ever find out?
Oh yeah, I used to. Sometimes I'd hide hustlers and stuff. I get them with my buddies. Like,
Ooh, he went
oh, I
deep.
knew a guy at a one bodega near my old school, near my junior high. He would sell them to us.
Nice.
he's like, "You're old enough. Here."
He didn't give a shit. It was money, man.
It's a valley.
Yeah,
It's
Brett,
not like I stole them or anything.
I'm curious about this. Brett, did you ever have nudie magazines, man?
We had like the swimsuit editions and shit. No, not until 15.
Yeah. What were the magazines you had? Playboy and Hustler and all that shit?
Yeah, Playboys.
Yeah, Playboys they were everywhere.
Yeah, they were easy to get.
I want to know from the young guys, like, they didn't even have magazines when you were growing up, right, Carlos and Brian?
Oh,
yeah.
they still did.
Did you have any? Yeah.
No, I didn't have any. I never had cash. I was broke.
Oh, man.
First part, I wouldn't say 13 or 14. I can't quite remember, but around that age. And yeah, I never had them. Friend of mine did. Parents could never catch me.
All right, Carlos. Oh, I keep forgetting it was lightning round. Go ahead, Carlos, and then
Yeah, same as Brian. It was my neighbor that always had him. He was he had the hub of of all that stuff, so I never had to worry about
this. Okay, this next question is interesting. Have you ever bullied anyone in middle school or high school and then see them years later? Oh shit! No, I never bullied anyone, man.
Not my style to bully anybody.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Tony probably did. Tony was probably the terror of middle school.
I used to get into plenty of fights back then, but I never bullied anybody. I defended myself. I defended myself, man.
Hey, I need your lunch money.
Yeah. By the way, I will tell this quick story because basically in elementary school, right? Because I was in a wheelchair, right? Guys wanted to fight me, and the reason I always fought them back is because my mom told me, like, listen, if anybody fucks with you and you don't fight them back, I'm gonna fuck you up. So, like, I don't want my mom fucking me up. I'm gonna stand up for myself, you know. Hey, I won some, you lose some, man. That's how it is, man. I'll say some shit off here because I'll probably get in trouble if I say it on there right now. Brett will feel me where I'm coming from with this. Anyway, no bullying, none of that.
No.
Don't bully. Don't slap people,
Yeah.
Tony. Don't slap
I wasn't
me.
slapping back then, man. You know. All right. Do you think it's important for your? I guess this is for the guys with significant others here. You think it's important for your significant other to be into gaming like you? The guys with significant others, their women are into gaming here, so we don't.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to worry about that. Have you? Yeah.
I would like to say there's.
Oh yeah, Brian. What about your girl, man?
Yeah, she's not into gaming. She's absolutely terrified of racing games. It is hilarious. I once had to try out Burnout, and she just couldn't understand it at all. Like she was just there, like I don't understand, like why I need to hit these guys. I'm like, they're hitting you, so hit them back. Like, but I don't want to. I'm like, okay, let's move on to something else. Yeah. So yeah, she has no interest in games whatsoever. Like. The only game she's probably played this decade was Lego Harry Potter. So, yeah, she has no interest. And yeah, it works fine.
Yo, by the way, Sketch said that he had Biggins. You remember Al Bundy's magazine?
Oh, Biggins.
All right, next question. Have you ever snuck into a movie even though you had the money to pay for it? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More games
Yeah.
and then trading places. That was in 83.
Man, all right. Have you ever urinated in
wait.
Go ahead, Brian.
Okay. I did, but I snuck into like a film that I didn't know what it was. And it turned out to be Downfall.
Oh, really? Interesting.
If you'd ever watched Downfall, then you'd know that I made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
I snuck into Cats. No.
For those of you that don't know, it's basically, you know the one with the Hitler meme? It's that one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I had no idea. So I'm like, oh, cool.
I don't even know what the original
film.
dialogue is, and
I'm just like,
something to do with the Nintendo Switch.
I'm just like, they're like, okay, so first of all, it's all in subtitles, and it's German. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, this guy kind of looks like Hitler. And then it's like, oh, no. Oh,
It is
God, no. I want to leave, but I didn't pay for it, so I might as well just stay.
Yo, dudes in the chat got jokes like, yo, Tony was out here subscribing to Jugs.
Oh, man.
Yo, man.
Hitler drugs?
Yeah, all right, next question. Have you ever urinated in public discreetly?
Discreetly.
Yes, you know.
Oh man, no,
Public
dude.
brown.
We were on a road trip. We could not find a rest stop. Be like, pull over.
Yo, I know. Actually, no, fuck that. This is the last episode.
And then the cops showed up. It was.
I got a story real quick. You guys are gonna laugh at this shit, man.
You really have to hear about your.
You have to. This shit is hilarious. Okay, so this is for my boy's Mike's 21st birthday. I got more drunk than him, right? So we're outside, we're bar hopping and shit. I'm fucking drunk as hell, right? I had to piss, right? And, I couldn't find a bathroom. And Mike's like, yo, even though there was a park right behind us, I was dark as hell. He's like, yo, just piss in front of this thing. I didn't know what it was. I'm fucking drunk out of my mind. So I get in front of this, like, metal vehicle. I start pissing on it, right? The door opens. It's like a trailer, right? It's how a fucking cop comes out. I'm pissing on a cop trailer, right? And the guy looks at me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm drunk as a motherfucker. Like, I'm urinating. He looks at me with this face like, I'm not dealing with this fucking paperwork. Closes the door and lets me finish. Yo, I got drunk stories for days, man. You don't even know, man. All right. Next question. Who's the better vocalist? Billy.
Oh, wait.
What's up, Manny?
We didn't know answer.
Did you piss discreetly, Manny?
Yes.
In public?
It's very discreetly.
Yes, I have.
I got another. I can't. I got too many stories, man. I'm telling you.
Just welcome to the Whizcast.
I remember this is. I'm not gonna say this on it. I'll tell you guys off here. I don't want to blow up his spot.
I'm gonna be gone.
Yes. Okay, who's the better vocalist, Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins or David Draymond from Disturbed? Oh wow.
David Draymond.
David Draymond. Yeah. Believe in me. Nah, fuck that.
Billy Draymond. Billy Draven can actually fucking sing, unlike that idiot Billy Corgan.
Yeah.
It's bright on my rain.
Yeah.
That's not singing. It's a voice. He's doing a voice.
Yeah. And the last question, Brett, have you ever been to New York?
Oh yeah, I've been to New York.
Yeah, man. Like, the question is, has Brett ever come to New York to visit you guys? Yeah, Brett saw me, Chris, and Manny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Came up for New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2012,
2013.
2013. Yeah. Rachel and I went up and visited Tony. We saw of New York. We got in. It was a tireless drive. We had to go through a bunch of weird tolls. The road system made no fucking sense. We got a ticket within like half an hour of being there. I'm just gonna say this: It was the vacation was just unkind to us. Even Tony admitted New York did not show its friendliest face to us.
It did not, man. It was brutal. And the second half of the question is, have you guys ever visited Brett? No, I have not, but I want to because that sounds like fun. I just literally fly over those states when
he thinks I live in a field. It's cool.
Pretty much, yeah. Like you have the only house out there,
He essentially,
yo, Brett, you're gonna like this. He says, like, where does Brett live again? Kansas or Oklahoma? I'm like, damn.
Missouri.
Yeah. GZDR is also from New York, so he has the same sense of like, geography as I do. It's basically like the middle of the country is just like nothingness, just fucking barren wasteland,
It's the center part of Death Stranding.
Yeah.
This is mountains.
Pretty much. All right.
And there's like St. Louis and Chicago and Kansas City.
Yeah, Chicago.
And Texas.
Yeah, right. Manny, bring out the wheel of punishment or whatever the fuck it's called.
The wheel of morality.
We got one more. We got one more giveaway before
we
we wrap
one more
up.
giveaway. All right, let's do this.
Wheel of morality. Turn.
We're up past Robert's bedtime, man.
Oh, shut up, man! I can stay up later than you.
It's a little pumpkin right now.
All right, man. So the winner now will get a $20 PSN card from us, man. So good luck.
Man, you might as well give that card to me after you talk about your pee stories.
I got more, man. I got more.
I don't want to.
All right, here we go.
Spin it. Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us a lesson that we should learn. All right, and the winner of a $20 PSN card is... Commander Root. I hope you're still in there, brother. Commander Root, hit me up on Twitter. I'm going to give you my @ and hit me up and I'll give you some
Give you his
shit.
ass? What?
Yep, Commander Root seems to be still inside of the chat, so yes.
There you go. Congrats. Yay.
So Sketch gets Sketch is getting the Death Stranding poster.
Yeah, do the third is gonna get the code for Toe Jam and Earl.
Yep, and then we have
Commander Root. He's gonna win. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, you already got. Yeah, awesome. Hey, do the third. You're on Discord, right? I'll hit you up over there, man. We'll talk. So that's gonna do it for us. So again, this is the last episode of the year. We're gonna take a 2-week break, and we're gonna come back next year, man. Good times this year, man. This year was pretty cool, good for us. We were on Twitch the whole time, Had a lot of contests going on, unboxings, different things going on, E3, a lot of live streams, most of which Robert and David joined us for, which was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Good times. Yeah, so we obviously want to thank everybody for the continued support and all the, in the Discord, obviously, that's been a lot of fun, talking to you guys all the time. That's all I got to say. Thank you guys for everything, man. It's awesome. Any last parting words you guys have for the fans?
Happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Happy New Year. Hopefully you guys get to celebrate it with those who are closest to you.
And be excellent to each other.
Yes.
And party on, dude.
Party on, dude.
Yeah, there you go. And if you guys want to learn more, well, I don't know. Am I doing?
Oh, well, right now, actually, before that, Robert, thank you.
We're just doing holiday. Okay.
Yeah, no, actually,
Feliz Navidad and Merry Christmas. Shitter was full.
Sounds good.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else want to say anything to the fans?
All right. I'd like to thank everybody for this year. I mean, thank you for a little transition over into Twitch. Doing a little bit more into the Twitch space and all that sort of stuff. Also want to thank also our friends who continues to support us on YouTube and our constant stream from SoundCloud. You guys, all of you, we love all of you guys, and just thank you for just listening.
Yeah, well said, man. All right, Robert, man, I want to thank you for being on with us. Extra long episode. We had a lot of fun tonight, man.
We did. I got in trouble a couple times, but it was a good show.
So please, where can people find you, man?
You can find my work over there at gameper.com, also pcinvasion.com, and my good friends over there at adventuresimporttaste.com. I actually just reviewed the Sega Genesis Mini for them.
Nice.
You can also check out our podcast at retrozap.com and twitter.com/argpodcast. Again, for the next few days, I will be giving away codes as part of the 12 days of Christmas for ARC podcast. Just manning that thing while David's having fun in Ireland. So there you go. So yeah, guys, Merry Christmas.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, that's it. So yeah, we're gonna see you guys next year. Actually, let me pull up the calendar here. We'll tell you exactly when we're gonna come back. We will return on January 9th for Throwdown episode 266. And January 12th for Throwdown Your Questions 266. And we're gonna pick up where we left off, man. You guys already know, man. I don't really have anything to say, man. Just thanks for everything. And, hey, we may do some game streams during the break. Who knows, But just check out our Twitter at Throwdown Show, and all the information will be up there. Or you can just check us out on Twitter, too. I'm going to take a little bit of a Twitter break, people, so I may not be around as much. I'm going to do it because I'm always talking this shit. I'm like, yo, if it wasn't for my job, I wouldn't be on Twitter. I don't have to work for 2 weeks. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, man. So
It's Christmas!
Tony's gone from Twitter. Let's fucking party. All right, man. So that's it. So thank you for watching and listening. Leave us the questions in the Throwdown Discord server. I'll answer them on next month's show. Subscribe to Throwdown on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at Throwdown Show. Links are located in the description below. Once again, our show is Tony Polanco. Tonight I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you later, guys, and happy holidays, happy New Year.
Chris Seeley.
Merry Christmas and watch Lucha Underground.
There you go. Carlos Romero.
That's it, people. Laters.
Brian Manjoma.
It's been real, party people.
Brett Murdoch.
Life finds a way.
Yes. And Robert Workman.
Say goodbye to the bad guy.
Awesome. All right, guys. We'll see you next year, man. Later.
Later, guys.
See you.
You need people like me.
Deuces.
Hey, who's impersonating me, yo?
Oh, man. Thank you, GCR, for the bits, brother. Later.